It wasn't even my fault.
Connextant. Is it
I
working?
hear you.
Okay. Okay. OBS had like changed what mic I was using.
Did you update anything? Like literally anything?
Wondershare.
Probably.
Ugh. Okay. Um, Stream camera. Uh, nope. Pin 3 behavior smooth. Look at me. No, I don't have my clothes on.
Yeah, you swapped to it and instantly changed your outfit.
Okay, they can't see this, right? Proxy don't look, okay? Um, you didn't see anything.
Wow, it's little close. Camera a little close.
um, we're going over there. I like the spot over there. Okay, I was on time. I was like actually gonna be on time for once. We weren't gonna do the whole like I'm not late, but I'm not ready. But then I had laundry all over my beanbag, and it was like, oh shit, that needs to get done. This will take like 3 minutes to put away, right? No, took me like 7, 9, and so now I like finished laundry. I was like, great, now I have like 7 minutes, right? I had 2, and I was like, oh shit. Um,
This is that bad Zelda run, right?
uh, if
Well,
I
I
think
shouldn't call it bad. I definitely just I think this was one I had to force myself to finish, which
yeah,
that's what I mean by bad.
I think it's a great Zelda game. I think it's one of the weaker ones. I think it tested a lot of systems that they then utilized in Breath of the Wild, which kind of led to Breath of the Wild success. I know you hate Breath of the Wild, but like weapon durability and item durability was a lot worse in this game. And they kind of like was like, let's make it way easier to get new stuff if we're gonna break stuff in Breath of the Wild. Because in this game, you'd buy a shield from the tents up there, you'd buy 3, and then you just run through them. And eventually you could upgrade them so that they regenerated. So like you'd be using a shield and then it'd get to like 10%. You'd be like, okay, switch this one out, put a new one in. And in the time it took you to use that one, the other one would regenerate. But it was like,
You could talk about
fuck
this
that.
while getting stretched.
I could. Technically I'm still setting up. I don't even have trackers on right now. Another thing was stamina. In Breath of the Wild, you could increase your stamina, right? In this game, you could not. And there were these little green fruits all over the place that just refreshed your stamina. And if you're running anywhere that didn't have green fruits, it sucked. On a level pitch. All right.
I literally remember nothing of this game. I know I beat it. Don't remember it.
Do you remember Groose? He was the guy with the pink lips, the red pointy pompadour, and anytime he was on screen, it'd be like bwomp 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 bwomp
Yeah, the
bwomp
one that was
bwomp.
like they hated your guts in the village, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta put my trackers on. Oh. Okay. Now, this game is... I remember disliking it when it came out. I have seen people play it since, and I'm like, I don't think it was that bad. I really like the villain, Girahim. He's a fucking freak, but there's things about him that I really, really, really like.
I just remember it being like it's still one of the only Zeldas that are like stupid long for speed runs, and there's like nothing around it.
I know there's a speedrun for it to not use items that takes like 16 hours or something, or 23 hours, because you have to wait 16 hours to like idle through a door or something. Yeah. I was watching Kuro play League of Legends. I love that boy. I love that boy, Proxy.
I know you love all the femboys.
A lot of his suffering is self-inflicted in that game, but don't tell him I said that.
Oh, I know. I watch it.
He goes 11 deaths top lane. Why do they go for me? Runs a mile past his turrets and the safety of his, stuff.
Suicides. Yeah, I literally just watched that game.
I want to tell him, like, look, it's happening because this, but, like, I don't want to, like, kick people while they're down. Okay. Let's stop ignoring chat. Oh my god, you guys are fucking active this morning. The streamer is tardy. Hope he sets up the camera before going live. You ever just forget to put on pants and go outside in a dress? Yeah, me too, actually. Tardy. Not yet, Smile. Ewo. Lateland. Hi, Ronmu. That camera doesn't look set. It sure wasn't, Trog. Hi. Ronmu, hug. Hi, Smug. I know this place. It's Gerudo Village and Spirit Tracks. It's the one with the boat. Okay, Smile. Hi, Ants. Still not walking. Let's get a move on. My god, he's naked. Not prepared to stream. Elon doesn't have his clothes on. Hi, Zway. What the fuck is that Smile? I hate it the most because of the thing at the end. Elder Bite. Chat, he doesn't take care of me. Hi, Global. Smile, Global. How dare you bite me? Take this air. Break this streak soon. Breaking this streak soon. But don't. Hey, oh, hey, Air. What? Hi, Elder. Hi, Air. No world music is crazy. There is. It's just fucking quiet. And I meant to turn it up. And then I got distracted because I was running late. Hi, Froshiro. What? It's pretty straightforward. As punishment for you biting me, I'm licking air. Okay, do that all you want. The Groose is loose. He hasn't fed me in months. League. Sorry to hear that. Oiland. Oh, okay, it's been a fun stream. I'm going to bed now. Good night, Smiles. Sleep well. Alu Yuli, Alu chat. Okay. What's that? Did I forget anything? We just did sound. I did the title. I have one camera set up. Not the second one. That's fine. I think we're good to start. Ugh. I was going to be on time. I was actually, like, going to be on time for once. And then all of my laundry was out. And I was like, fuck. Hi, Joe. Also, I saw Juice join, right? Hi, Juice. Juices right there. You forgot to drink your portion of milk this morning. That is not true. I went to the store this morning and got milk. I also got a few of... Actually, my grocery bill was $70, and it kind of took me aback. It made sense, because I bought 3 things that I don't normally buy. Well, I should say I don't buy regularly. I bought body wash, which, I doesn't go through that every week. I bought dental floss picks. And I bought, alcohol.
Dental floss picks. You don't eat anything.
You still should floss even if you're not, like...
Yeah.
Even if you lived on, like, a liquid diet, you should have dental floss pick. Otherwise, the plaque builds up.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just get normal floss. It's cheaper.
Oh, yeah, it's cheaper, but I struggle to floss with those. Dental floss picks are easy.
Fair enough.
Hi, Juice. You and Smile is showing affection. I'm scared. Okay, no kiss either. Left to get milk and came back. Yeah, so there was 3 things that was each $10 that just put it up to 70, where it should have been $40. And it felt like it should have been way less because I didn't need to buy potatoes this week. I still have a bunch from the last 10-pound bag I bought. But, like, the bag of potatoes is only, like, $6. But it adds so much mass that it felt like, oh, my bill's gonna be way less, right? I'm buying way less stuff. But no. It was still $70 fucking, and it had me thinking, like, shit, do we just Do we just say fuck all the nutrition stuff and start buying ramen packets? Holy. I've never seen you floss in my life. Yeah? Huh. Milk Elin flossing. The dead meme already. The milk was $7. It was $6.49. What the fuck is happening? I hate it.
I mean, what the fuck is happening?
I mean, I know what's
what the fuck
happening.
is happening.
I know what's happening, but milk should not be $7 fucking dollars. Not in Missouri. I remember being in California, it was like $3, and I came to Missouri and it was $1. It's $7 now. In the cheaper state. $7 per gallon? $7 for a gallon. Ah, the deceptive.
Finally, time for you to stop drinking.
God.
Finally time getting you.
I hate it.
Just
Oh,
America.
You're trying to get us all to move to Australia, aren't you?
Yeah, I just want people around here. There's nobody around here.
I mean, yeah, I'd absolutely go there, Haxie. You'd have to be the 9-to-5 jobber still. I'm sorry, I can't fix that, but you know, I can do other things. The blank stare.
I don't do a 9-to-5. I do a 5-to-5.
Okay. The point being, you'd still have to like work the standard job, right? But like I could do other things. I could clean. I could learn to
No,
cook.
that's fine. No,
I-
that's fine.
I could help you put the cosplays on. You know when you have like a zipper in the back.
Like I cook already. I order out every single day.
Yeah, but you could start having home cooked meals, and I could learn to cook
but
them.
You can't even
Needs
taste the
cleaning
food. What do you
all the
mean?
fucking
You
cat
cook.
food.
I'm not saying I can cook right away, okay? I'm just saying I can
No,
learn
you
to
won't
cook.
even touch it or smell it or eat it, and you'll just be like, "Ugh, I can't put that in," and you put like a bland piece of like potato.
Doesn't matter if I can taste it or not. I'm gonna be cooking, and then I'll run over to where Haxie is and be like, "All right, try this. Ooh, it's too salty. Okay, I'll do less salt." But like, yeah, I just can't do it myself. But I could cook. I could do all the like boring parts of it. Roxy, stop sandbagging this. I need this.
No, that's my job. I cooking.
I could literally support me and another person, but I play gacha games. That's not possible.
Yep.
Elin flossing. Ah, the deceptive. This weighs like 10E. Stop buying gas station milk. It's not gas station milk.
So
Hi,
I
Oni.
cook for my finances.
I'm not shaving you. I'm not asking you to shave me. Like 3 to 4 for a gallon here. Everyone
Just
can
take
learn to
that
cook.
down and give me like a $10 allowance a week.
Hi, Gesturation.
I'm not a bookkeeper.
Fuck Ratatouille. Not everyone can cook. Did you watch Ratatouille? Because I think you just missed the entire point of the movie. Like,
We already know I can't do that because I have
like
syndrome.
the entire point.
I say Elin's kind of penny pincher, but they spent $7 on milk, so.
This guy doesn't know what spices are. I wouldn't trust him to cook anything. Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. Did you even watch the movie? Wasn't that the point of the movie? That not everyone can cook? The whole point of the movie was like, anyone can cook. But it wasn't like, literally every single person on the planet can cook. It was, anyone can be a good cook. Oh, slow down there, pal. It's only been 15 minutes.
Literally drive 2 minutes down the road and buy fucking chickens for $2 each.
Hi, Kayla.
Are eggs now?
It's $8.49 for a pack of 18 for me.
It's $5.90 for. Oh, it says for average city. Let me.
Gah. Cammy stretch. I'm like dying
about-
for Air's response to the Ratatouille stuff.
Right now it is $5.29 for a dozen of eggs for me,
Yeah.
which is still like $3 more than the last time I remember buying eggs. So
Good news, Elon. Katy Perry landed safely after 5 minutes in space. Did she actually go to space, or did she just go on a plane that goes up and then free falls?
well,
He's busy watching the movie on 10x speed to make sure he's right.
about to what the usual old price was like $3 something. Two like high two or low three. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, it also comes with like different state tax. Like our state tax, the prices here are a little bit cheaper, but our taxes, yeah.
Stupid system. This is the price, and you get it even higher because the fucking taxes cut.
Yeah,
Not
our
everyone
taxes,
can,
like,
nor
60%
should cook.
Takes it to like.
There, I said it, but I
$6.
would taste your cooking.
If I say it's
Air.
$3.90, it's fucking
That was
$3.90.
literally the whole thing in Ratatouille. That was the entire thing. Was not everyone can cook, but anyone could be a great chef, whether they be rich, poor, human, a rat. That was the movie. It was that a great chef could be anyone. Not
Well, you don't need
every
vegetables.
single person in the world can be a great cook. Too much brain usage. He's busy watching a movie. It was a rocket. It only went high enough to put their pod in orbit for a few minutes.
Oh, well, yeah, I can
We're
cook.
going back down with a parachute. Okay. It was an actual rocket, though. Wow, okay.
What if it was green with cheese on it?
Squats.
Yeah. There's lots of green vegetables that are really good with cheese on it, melted cheese.
Yeah, but
One.
green food is like.
3, 4.
If I know I'm eating green food.
You watch like the last 5 minutes of the movie, you'll get what Ratatouille
like,
was
the most
about.
I can have
It's is it
pasta
Igor?
sprinkled on something.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know. The critic.
A
But if
seasoning.
it's like
The critic writes his
salad,
review, and he's
like
just like,
broccoli, like peas,
I saw
like
this
that.
thing from the Unlikely Things, and it's too easy for critics because it's, too easy, but it's not our reputation on the line, but every now and then I must say, blah, blah.
Seems like
The food here is
something
truly
I'm not
fantastic. Well, I've been very critical of, Gusto's, anyone can cook. I now understand,
gonna do,
not
okay,
everyone is meant to cook, but a great cook could be anyone yet. That whole thing. That was like the
Yeah,
movie.
it wasn't steamed, like soft. Well,
The part where he put the rat in his pants and they showed his sausage was on. Rats in the kitchen. Was that when the dude ate the food? Can't believe they showed that in a Pixar film. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's like,
At least
Gaston
stand
was
up
wrong.
proper. Come on.
What do you mean stand up properly?
When you came out of that, you like literally like lowered your back more and then like lifted yourself up. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh, of course I do
Sure.
it that way. What? Look, if I squat like this,
You go straight back up. That's how you.
and then I go
yeah.
straight up, that's boring. That's lame.
Yeah,
or
but that's how you
alternatively,
work your legs.
I squat down, and then I lift my butt up, because people like
That's
that.
the way you're supposed to do it.
Oh my
Exactly.
god.
It's got a point.
Just the realization, Proxy, just, oh my god.
I understand what you're doing, but like it's not. It's like defeating the purpose of the actual work.
I don't think it's actually going to affect the exercise that much. It might not be like optimal. It might be a little more stress on my muscles than I
It's
should be
a
putting.
little bit. Oh, I was gonna say you're putting more stress on your knees and your lower back.
I don't think it's like undoing the actual work of the squat though. Work. Go fucking straight up like a normal person. Not even can cook with the most extraordinary chefs can be found
You're
anywhere.
right. You're not straight. Do what you do.
Ant's got the outlet version of the movie. It's called fan service. Wheelchair Lynn soon. You only want potatoes, beans, and tortillas are an option. What do you eat? Here's the thing. The tortillas I get, that's like $6 for 6. You might be fucking cutting those out soon as well. If prices keep going up, and it might just be this way for 4 fucking years. Or ever. We might be ramen, not potatoes. We might be
You're
ramen,
not even gonna
beans,
get
and rice.
ramen.
Wait, don't tell me
You're
top
gonna get-
ramen's
you're gonna get
crazy
the
expensive now.
cardboard... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna get the
No, okay.
shitty cardboard version from us. You're not gonna get like the good kind.
Oh, of course I'm not gonna get the good kind. I got overseas.
It's gonna get stuck in import.
I'm gonna get the shitty top ramen that you can eat like a cracker when you're lazy. Did you do that much, Proxy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would crush up the bag and throw some of the seasoning in it, shake it up,
Oh.
just crunch it.
I've met
That's like
people who they're like,
that's a poor Asian kid snack, man. What do you mean? We all do that.
I feel like you still put more effort than I did into it. I would take the seasoning packet and just put that with the next one, and then I would take the fucking block and just bite into it.
Oh no, hell no. So like you take the packet before you open it, and you like kind of like beat it with your fist, like tenderize and crush it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then you open a little bit, and you put seasoning in, tie it up, and then shake it, and you make like little snack.
But it's like a big cracker. You don't have to crunch it up. You've got the big cracker and just chomp. It's like eating into a really
And you got
dry,
little
crunchy
fucking
burger.
Crumbs everywhere. Oh god.
No, you eat it over like a plate. And then once you have all the crumbs on the
God, you're
plate,
so white.
you just, push them all together and just,
What was that?
to,
You just leave it in the bag, and you just take out little bite-sized pieces and throw it in your mouth.
hi Mixie, hi Kisu. If I had it dry, I'd get a plate and just like a big burger / cracker. $1 per tortilla is wild, bless you. Thank you. My god, he even sneezes as a femboy. I did that as a kid. Yulin, what the fuck? Is Proxy making prison burritos? Top ramen has always been stale every time I've had it. Maruchan is where it's at for cheapo instant ramen. Hi, Muffin Hug.
Maro-chan's the
Panic.
weaker version of the two.
Yulin likes it dry. Hang on. For years, like actual years, I never tried it actually cooked.
Jesus.
And I would just have it dry. And then it wasn't until like I moved out at the age of 27 that I was like, why have I never had it like this? And so I started getting top ramen packs, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually pretty good. Desert snacks.
I've known people that would just cook up the noodles and then they wouldn't even use the broth. They would just
Ugh.
throw the sauce pack.
Ugh.
disgusting.
That's wrong. How do you make your rice? So I have an instant pot, and I pour the rice in. Use the amounts that it says on things. So if you're making, this many cups of rice, put in this many cups of water, some butter, some salt. You press rice on the instant pot, and it basically acts as a rice cooker. And then you've got rice. And I really like Zatarain rice, which is a very southern blend of rice. Stop, Yulin, no? What do you mean, Yulin, no? It's literally just a rice cooker. Ecuador got water? Okay. You don't wash your rice?
Pizza, they're not
Gosh.
eating real rice.
Yes, you wash the rice, okay? I wasn't just going into every little step. Did you consider ramen closer to cookie than noodles back then? No, not really. Wait, hold up. $1 per burrito. Uh-huh. $1 per, tortilla. Oh, brother, he's not a washer? Damn, that is how that word looks pronounced. Never thought about that. Wait, which word? Oh, no. I'm now like, uh-oh, which word was it? Zatarain? I fucking love Zatarain rice. I was at a family reunion in Louisiana at one point, and it was just so fucking soft and fluffy, and I was like, if I have rice, I'm having this. And I can never find it at the store, but you can get it pretty cheaply on Amazon, so. We did squats, we're at plank. Oh god, we're at plank. Yulin likes it raw, got it. Oi! Do they have fucking gold
Sit
or
on your
something?
back.
What do you mean gold or something? What kind of rice? Is it the dirty rice or it's it's sitting on my back. 25.30. 28.30 yen. Any health meme tortillas super marked up? It's the carb light tortillas. So it probably is super marked up. I haven't looked at the calorie difference in a while for the carb light tortillas and the non ones. I should see if I should find some cheaper tortillas. The problem is I don't want to fucking like have more. I don't want 100 more calories because that's like, oh, that's. I'm already doing like 1,400 a day, and that's so hard. $1 for tortillas, diabolical. Veteran is the brand. Oh, okay. Red rice and beans. You just make your own tortillas at this point. It's not that hard to do. Fucking maybe. 1 minute down. I know that's a lot of work. You're a seat. I don't mind if it's proxy. Okay, to be fair, making tortillas needs specialized tools. Not worth it. I mean, if that's all I eat, Froshiro, it doesn't sound that bad of an idea. Like, if I have a literal burrito per day... I see you wiggling. Stay still, chair boy. No. Proxy needs the shaking. He needs like the vibration to like ease his muscles.
Trying to. All right.
Just like whatever. I mean, you might need to press, but you can do without. 2 minutes. 1 more minute. I might start making my own beef, turkey, and chicken jerky. And kippered meat soon. I've seen all kinds of homemade tortilla presses, yeah? 45 seconds. Yeah. I'm gonna make good trail rations. 30 seconds. You know what I want? I want to not suck at Path of Exile. Oh, Yoon being a coffee table now.
Yeah.
Hi, Dory.
It's easy.
20 seconds. No, I'm just bad at it. Another minute. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
8,
5,
9,
4,
10, 11, 12,
1,
13,
0.
14, 15.
It doesn't work when I'm staring at a clock.
God, I'm staring at a clock. Yeah.
Another minute. Good one, good one. I don't know, it just feels like no matter what I do in Path of Exile, unless I'm following a guide to an exact, like, gem loadout, it's like, this just does no damage.
A lot of the builds don't work because of how they made the game.
Just kill stuff. Easy.
I also
Like, literally, they made the game that way on purpose.
I also just don't understand itemization. Feels like I die just like a wet paper bag every boss.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't yell when you're too good at sucking. Okay, no, alright. He's dead, swollen, pew pew, and stuff dies. Which Path of Exile? 2. I can't really say I've played 1 because I only put like 15 minutes into it. Okay, I need to get up, Proxy. Yeah.
Fine.
Thank
Body
you.
pillow go. I keep seeing people go back to 1. I have a lot of fun with 2. It's just like, I'm really bad in the early game. And like, I can't get to the fun builds that I want to do.
I know there's a Dark Effigy build, because I've seen people write guides for it and do it and play it, and I'm like, this looks fucking fun. I want to do this. But getting to that is like, I'm just dying so much, and this feels awful. You guys wait here. I need to move trackers around. Oh my god, you fucking started this meme and they've kept it going the whole time.
I don't even have the beer anymore. They just do it. There's like some like crazy breakdancing shit, like pop and lock. What are you doing?
Dude, have you ever seen somebody like actually hurt themselves doing pop and lock practice?
Twisting around? Yes, I have.
It's so unsettling.
I watched some dude literally almost paralyze himself because he tried to twist his he tried to do a flare into a headspin, and his face like stuck to the floor as he did it, so he like snapped his he didn't snap his neck like break it, but you could hear the crunch as like he went into like the headspin because his face was still stuck to the floor, and so like he didn't actually like transition to his hair fast enough, and it just like you're like, oh.
The one I always remember is this girl who's like doing a pop and lock like this, and literally just her hip popped out of the socket and she just crumpled, and it's just like,
you throw it too hard.
Hi, Wrath. Oh yeah, a lot of builds suck to get to. I gotta carry Yulin more. Okay. Now refuse to wait here. Moves 2 inches to the left. Yulin, I eat your earrings. I have never had earrings. Hi, Yuki. Yuki, did you end? You did. That means the stream I was lurking in, I should change. Or I guess I could watch this person as well. Oh, Yuki's been playing, I think it was Dark Souls Remastered? I know Maruka has been playing that. I think Yuki was playing that as well. Especially CI builds. Those are really expensive to be good. What is a CI build? At least they were in the first one. I haven't actually played enough of 2 to really understand the currency and what's rare and what's not yet. Dark Souls Remastered randomized? Bad pet. No eating earrings. They could perforate your bowels. I'll give you ear piercings. I want to do a Dark Effigy build, which is basically a like a totem build, but it's the witch totem that just shoots like purple like shadow bolts at enemies. And I saw this video of a build where this guy, he can set down 5 of them because he gets the passive skill that you have an unlimited number of totems, but each one takes away 100 spirit. And they get like 700 spirit, so they have like 2 pets or something that take up like 200. And then they can set down 5 of these. And these shoot like fucking machine guns. Just machine guns of shadow bolts that like when you have 5 of them, it's just the firing squad. And I'm like, that looks awesome. I want to do that. I think the only reason I've always enjoyed Diablo more than PoE that the skill tree is terrifying to start figuring out alone. The skill tree is actually the easiest part of it to me. The skill tree is like, once you understand it, it's just, oh, I want minion damage, search for minions. It goes that way. CI is Chaos Inoculation, which are the no health but massive shield builds. And why does it say the blue hoodie is unavailable on Throne? It says it's unavailable? Fuck. That was the thing I wanted the most. I guess because it's not in stock right now. I showed it to Haxie. Do you remember it, Haxie? Yeah, with the search, the tree is super easy. There's a few things with the tree that's like, this skill will be really, really good, and you need to know about it, and it's not something that you'd know to search for. There's a few things like that, but you kind of just check the things around what you were going for anyway. So if you're running totems, you go toward the totem clusters, and there's like 4 or 5 things that affect totems. You want to get those, and you look at what's around it, and then it's like, oh, this would be really nice for defense. Let's grab that. Honestly, the big, massive skill tree is the easiest part of Path of Exile 2. Their defensive stats are kind of trash right now, and they've said they're working on it. Hi, Nick. Right now, armor is completely worthless. And so, they need to fix stuff like that. Auto level pitch. Why is... My tracker just keeps getting... Oh, I think I know. Because my arm is perfectly in the way. We're gonna be here. Pin 2. I don't know how to stay alive. I don't know how to fucking stay alive, because, like, the defensive stats in Path of Exile 2 just seem pointless. Evasion only covers half of it. Armor is actually useless. And then energy shield is, like, the only good thing. Yes, this one. But, for now, we have a new fucking video! I got the desert out yesterday, so let's walk to that. Wow, 4 minutes
Let's see if I don't have
early.
the Minecraft wolf avatar.
Mm-hmm. I think Diablo 2 is a lot simpler, and I've had a lot more fun with Diablo, but that's because, you know, I played Diablo 3 when it was 10 years into the game and had a lot of build diversity and stuff to do. A lot of problems and kinks worked out. They also just made it way easier to get through the campaign, right? Path of Exile and Last Epoch, they have one mode. And you work through that, and if you're falling behind, it's a struggle. The Chaos Inoculation specifically sets you out the one where you're immune to Chaos damage. Yeah, but it's still on Amazon. Yeah, but the search of the tree is super easy. Elin, when may I please cuddle you when are done walking? All you gotta do, Nick, is get on VR chat. Evasion works. Evasion works, hi Yasu, against physical, small and large hits and elemental hits. It does not work against a lot of dots and a lot of other things. Who are the two tiny cuties? We have Proxy Zero, and we have Haxie. How are you, Air? Yippee. Oh wow, another video. Eat the Proxy. I got this one out super fast. It's a super flat world, so it was very easy to crank out. It's not perfect. I don't fully understand chunk loading. So, like, I would make something, and then, like, I think the volume can come down a little. I would make something, or, like, change something, and then move away, and it would still load it in the distance, like, before I changed it. So it was like, ugh. Oh. My Baldur's Gate 3 run is still going, and we're in Act 2 right now. I sort of managed to smash Gale. Also, he made me cry. Not because he's mean, but because he's sappy. Oh my god, Wandering Trader. At one point, I find a child. At one point, there's just a child wandering through the desert, and I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? Hubs decided to keep Lae'zel when we realized Gale would hate me if we got Minthara. Yeah. You didn't kill him. 0 of 10 would not watch again. Why is Proxy so very cute? Effort, personality, dedication, discipline. What? Chunk loading is based on render range. The chunk is 16 by 16 blocks. You didn't kill the child? Not while recording, no. You mean with Distant Horizon, right? I don't know. So there were like sand temples, and I would go destroy them. I would flatten them so you don't see them in the distance. And then I would fly back to the path, and it would still show up there. And then I would fly back over to it, and it's gone, because I had removed it. Once I get to a certain, like, chunk loading distance, it disappears. But go back out of that chunk loading, the rendering distance or whatever, and it appears back. That's how I felt when I found the child in the graveyard. I was like, what the fuck? Why is there a random child here? You removed it with World Edit, right? Axiom. It's, I had this in the Windswept Hills where there was like a floating rock that I deleted. And And it kept showing up there constantly. And then eventually it stopped showing up like that, but I don't know what is like the refresh rate for stop loading this thing weirdly. Stop loading what used to be there. How fast are we going? Okay, I did set it to 2.5. I need a drink. Soft fix, join another world. Let Distant Horizon load a different world so it regenerates the chunks. The world you want to use? Okay. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. It's really nice how fast a super flat world can be made. Because, like, the path for this desert... Oh my god, the path is normally what takes me personally the longest. And having a super flat world, I just belted this shit out. I just fucking... 5,000 units. Easy. But I don't like how stuff appears so far in the distance, and I don't know if I want to make more like this. Or custom paths to a normal world look a lot better in my opinion. I agree. A normal world with the variation. The problem is, I had to make a super flat for the desert, because I spent like 2 hours looking for a big enough desert. I kept making large biome worlds. Teleporting to deserts with the biome finder. And then it was just like small. Like I didn't have a 5,000 units long desert. And it was just like, dude, why are the deserts so small? And if I made a single biome world, they were like mountainous. Getting something that's supposed to be flat like a desert, and it's just mountainous, was like, this is awful. Also, you got a thunderstorm. In case you're wondering why the sky darkened. Oh, I actually thought that was just, you know, nighttime. Not cute. Haxie is cute. How are you, Proxy? I'm doing okay. Proxy's pretty cute. Not always. Not 100% of the time. But they can be pretty cute. Minecraft has thunder now? Fucking backshot. Nope, nighttime is darker. This is a thunderstorm, but it can't rain or thunder in a desert. See, that makes sense, Yuki, because the timing seemed off. It should be like about 2,000 blocks per day and night cycle. And it happened at like 700. And I was like, what the... That was really early. We weren't even at the first town, which is right at 1,000. So that makes sense. Look who's talking. Oh. Thank you, Kayla. Proxy's a cute little grumper. Am not. Wait, does thunder set fire to things? Proxy, may I please pet the tail? I've been pretty grumpy lately, and transition between day and night would have been too fast. I see. Yeah, I've got my landmarks at 1,000, 3,000, and 5,000. At 1,000, it was a natural town I found. At 3,000, I built a town. And then at 5,000, I built a temple. When I say built, the town at 3,000, I can say that's all me. The temple at 5,000 was Light Matica. I found a temple there. I was like, this'll look cool. Paste it. Paint it to hard sandstone. Walk away. I didn't do any of the creation for the, well, I did some editing of it. I kind of closed the door. I took away a lot of the parts like carpets and vines. Painted it all sandstone. And I put a lot of soul fire everywhere. Hi, Johnny Blaze. Thank you for the follow. Sure, people already pull on my tail. Oh no, I can never open my world then? I made like 150 block tall handmade tree and tree house. Yes, you can. You can sleep once a thunderstorm starts. You could also just like put some lightning rods in the tree, right? Couldn't you just make it so that it won't hit the tree? If you build a few blocks higher and put a lightning rod there, it won't set anything on fire? Yeah! Hit on my face, please! No. No. Noted. First time chatter. Coward? It's not a coward thing, Trogdor. Obviously, I'll fucking do it. But, like, you gotta earn it. You gotta hang around a little bit. You gotta, like, talk in chat, come by for naps, maybe follow the blue Twitch. You gotta pay for that shit. I use lightning rods to stop new layers of deep slate. My fully wooden building in the sky. I earned it? Yeah, I'd say you earned it, Chong. Okay, now what? I didn't think that far ahead, Ants. Blue Ecom. You gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. Come here, Elin. No, you usually stab me, Kayla. Now I gotta carry you through Act 2 as well. Ants, did you ever play Last Epoch? Technically, you don't need the layer of deep slate. Just build 5 blocks higher with a non-flammable block. Then the lightning rod. That sounds fire. Nah, I want to, though. They have their second season in, like, a few days. Grim Dawn is my favorite ARPG. Last Epoch and Path of Exile kind of have this tragic thing where their big updates are coming out at the same time. Does Last Epoch have co-op? Yes. It's almost exactly in the same state of Path of Exile 2 right now. I would say there's a bit more build diversity. But it's very much like early game growing pains where the game has come out. Hi, Noodles. And they're figuring things out. You know, they've got some ideas where they're like, we want the game to be like this. And the player base is going, please no, that fucking sucks. And they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we'll relent on this. But yeah, it does have co-op. You can play together. I'm doing the deep slate in 1.5 for anti-mob and fire. And the rest is glass. Noodles. Where are you getting these points? How the fuck do you have so much Trog? Put on the handlebars. Okay. Point store. Hi, Logitech. I don't pay taxes. I guess that fucking... Okay. I'm very proud of the second landmark in this. I could have done better. I wanted to do more with it. But, like, at a certain point, it was like... This has to get done. I can't spend 10 hours building this.
Why didn't you build a pyramid?
We'll do that in other deserts. I thought about it. It actually would have been very easy.
Deserts?
More than one type of desert.
This was the only Minecraft video.
Hi, Kyle. Hi, Princess. Chat, do this. Noodles bark. Morning bark bark. Plus the building up mine's roof is at Y250. Are we coming up on it? Not yet. I like to... A very small detail I always pay attention to with the Minecraft videos. Depending on how dense the thing we're walking through is how far the light sources of the walkways are spaced apart. So in the desert where it's like clear open and no Octobot? Oh, he might be down today. When there's a lot of open space and like you can very clearly see far out in the desert, the lampposts are 100 blocks apart. Whereas like in the dense forest areas, I'll put them like 10 blocks apart. So I don't need a fancy ass roof from the outside. Here's the second landmark. It's an oasis. I basically copied buildings from a... Hi, Octomage. It's I copied buildings from nearby villages and put them in a circle and put a big hole in the ground and filled it with water. And then the dirt or the sand around it is turned into dirt and grass. Yippee oasis. If I could just spend unlimited time on these, just making these, I would have made it like the bazaar in Breath of the Wild. I would have had more buildings, but then I would have had the inn with like the crazy rock that goes up. But time is an issue. Inside 100% as Zombie Siege. All these squares make a circle. Okay, Noodles. All right. That's right. They make a circle, Noodles. I put a bunch of trees at the oasis, which makes a bunch of bats happen, which was like, oh, okay. Alright, I need to go to sleep. Gotta wake up earlier than normal. Okay, Trog, sleep well. You'll tell me I can leave the lookout whenever I want? No. And where does the circle go? I wish Violet was here. I wish she could see the oasis. Oh. I lagged for a second. Chat, do this. Thanos. That's right, it goes in the square hole. Noodle's trying to run away. If you'd have had infinite time, you wouldn't be done. I'm going to flashbang Noodles with DBZA proxy. No flashbanging MD? No bad. We're 3/5 of the way through the desert. Yippee! No flashbanging me, no bad. Gotcha. Gotcha. You mean Flash? I don't see Kayla doing much flashing. Noodles might like it. Is flashbanging like flicker gooning? I do not like the word flicker gooning. Something about it is just like, I don't... That's off. Nah, flashbang Nade. That's a word I would never have expected to read in my life. What the actual fuck is flicker gooning? I can flicker goon for 7 seconds. Good lord. Now I like want a definition of it, but I'm like, is a definition for flicker gooning appropriate for fucking Twitch? Dang, I can only do 2.
You literally talk about how you put a snake up your bum. I'm pretty sure you could put the definition of whatever flicker gooning is.
That's not the point, Proxy, okay? That's not the point. Snake in my ass. Is that impressively long or impressively short ants? Huh, what? The other day, hi Vaporbite! The other day, Yuki, we were talking about anal snakes, which are basically dildos that are really, really long, but also really, really bendy. So when they go up the butt, they, can curve around in the intestines. It's simply impressive. Oh, that snake. Yeah, I know those. We suggested one to, somebody suggested one to Cairo's throne that was 47 inches long.
Yeah.
Say that again?
Nice correction there. It's a nice correction there. You go from we to someone.
Hi, Shere Khan. What a terrible day to have ears. 47 inches. I don't know anybody who could take that. Even like the porn stars that have like surgically had their intestines rearranged, I don't think they could take that. That's a really long length. Yuki like, yeah, I got 10. Throne. What, my video needed real checked? Only 47. There's a snake in my ass, or whatever what he said. Nah, I don't have one. Yippee Bunland. We do have bunny pieces today. Got the ears and tail. One way to find out. Surgically rearranging your intestines for porn is a thing? I'm learning so many things I never thought existed. So, alright, fuck it. There's a porn actress named Hot Kinky Joe. I'm pretty sure she has quite literally had her intestines rearranged, because I have seen people put their arm in her to the shoulder. There's no way that, like, her guts haven't been straightened out and just rearranged to be able to do that. Because, like, the forearm would be too long for that. Voice for people who go for a colonoscopy and ask for no lube or anesthesia. Anesthetic. Tall and large intestines are 15 feet long. Yeah, Hewlin, fuck you. There is a chance. Dude, that's not a porn star, that's a hyper-realistic Muppet. Hi, Freya. Plunk.
Hi, my love.
Hi, love.
Wow. Oh.
Freya, kiss. Talking about making someone talk like a puppet. Wolf Mom, There's the temple. You can see it starting to appear. It's very far away. It's very big.
Proxy.
Straight pipe and exhaust on the human body as cyberpunk as fuck. Hi, Frey, I miss hearing your voice.
Oh,
Hi,
no.
Mamas.
Hi. Oh, hi, Yuki. Hi, sweetest bean.
This temple also had a problem with Distant Horizons, Yuki, where it shows, so when I copy paste it, it had like a bunch of random blocks that it was made of, so it like has a yellow corner, a red corner, like it's like a fucking rainbow. And then I changed it all to sandstone to make it match the desert more. But until I get within like 15 chunks of it, it has those random colorations. And so like we'll be walking toward it, and it'll look like green and yellow and sand. And then suddenly we'll get close and the whole thing will go sand. Want to explain the snakes to Freya? Oh, Freya probably knows about them.
Snakes?
Yeah, the anal snakes.
Oh, yeah.
See? The child, I see it.
I mean, who doesn't know about the anal snakes?
They're just really long dildos that are very bendy, so they can go around the tubes.
Okay.
She's just like, yeah, thanks for that, Elin. Meow, hi, ants, hi. Want to explain the child? I see it. I was talking about the thing, so I think I missed the child. But yeah, I was just walking, and then there's just a small trader there, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why does it look so small? That's why they call it cleaning your pipes. Good lord. Oh, I just killed a rare that fell to the world. Small indie company here. That. I mean, I hope you get the loot in the mail. The tubes, Doki, huh? Pipe cleaners. Anyway, yeah. This was the desert. It probably has like 5 more minutes because we're still not that close to the temple. But this was it. Probably the fastest Minecraft video I've ever gotten out. Because Superflat is fucking nice for that. The most time-consuming with the desert, the most time-consuming thing with the desert, was there's a shit ton of lava pools just randomly around the desert. But you can see them for fucking miles at nighttime. So I had to like go to all these little lava pools and fill them with sand. Which individually doesn't take that long. I just have to fucking fly to them, stand, fly to the next one, and I probably filled like 200 holes. And sadly, a Distant Horizon handles the insane render distance by combining the closest 4 blocks to 1 mega block. Well, the mega block thing is fine. It's that it's taking blocks that are no longer there that's my problem. That's what I need to figure out how to remove. The villager just like, this is my path, Euland.
That villager was rude as fuck.
So I think what happened with those guys is I would find a village and I would delete it. I would just melt it into the sand and then fill it with sand. And this would put like 10 villagers that would just scatter across the world and be like, I don't know where to go though, and just walk random directions. Now, a few of them found the path here, I think. Same fix like I said earlier, then I believe. Okay. The villager just like, this is my path. I like the 3 cities are arranged the smallest to tallest. Well, there's kind of like an outpost, there's an oasis town. This is less of a city, more of just like ancient sand temple out in the desert. Oh, cuties. Yeah. Yulin glassing villagers. Oh, I probably like melted 20 villages. Because you could just see them from so far away. And so I would show up, glass it, melt it down, fill it with sand, and then just all these cows, camels, and villagers are just there with nothing, just like, what do we do now? And I'm like, I don't know, flies off to the next village. Heel and Pat, Regal even. Proxy isn't cute, he's handsome. Huh. Grandpa can't be cute. That's not true. Grandpa can absolutely be cute. Bless you, but I didn't sneeze. Grandpa can be cute if he turns into an anime girl. I think Freya crashed. Yeah, so right now, you can see the wall here is like stone. The wall on the other side is like yellowish. I think Dad is cute. Agree to disagree? What are we disagreeing on? Because I thought I was agreeing with you that Grandpa can be cute. I think Dad is cute. I already missed Freya. Euland is cute. Proxy is dapper. I mean, personally, I think Proxy's more hot than anything, but... As an example, Noodles said can't. Oh, Noodles did say can't. That's wrong. If you see a grandpa and he does a cute little flirt thing with grandma, you're like, oh my god, that's cute. I don't know where y'all are getting Grandpa from. Wow, Ewan, yes. Exactly. No? It's sweet? No, it's also cute. Sweet and cute? Weird. Noodles, I think you're being ageist right now. Ranmu. Whoa, Noodles! The manga, Jisan Basan Wakageru, would disagree with you there. I think it would have been better to get to this temple at nighttime, because it has a lot of soul fire on it. And I think that probably would have looked cooler at nighttime, but oh well. Ooh, finally done with work. Time to boot up VR chat? Hell yeah. Don't go around tasting people's grandpas. Politicians shouldn't be older than 60. That has nothing to do with grandpa being cute. But yes, politicians should not be older than 60. Remove them all. No one should be older than 60. Let's just Logan's run the world. But instead of 60, it's 30. They should make us robots at 60. Can we, like, eat the old people? Do you want to eat the old people? Yuki, look what I did with the soul fire. You're not supposed to be able to do that, teehee. Ghost in the Shell me at 60. Oh, cool. That's a little axiom trick. Oh god, this one again. Leave my parents alone. Well, I know how. I was, when I was doing it, I was in a call with... Who was I in a call with? I think I was watching... It wasn't Cairo. I don't remember who I was watching, but I was like, how do I do this with Soulfire? And they were like, what the fuck? You can't do that with Soulfire. Hi, Cairo. Only cute politician I've seen was Mirror Dog. We do it like that. I could do it with commands only. I did it with Axiom. So you plant the soul sand, and then you paint the soul sand to cut sandstone, but it keeps the fire. The Mummy's Curse. Curse of Raw Soulfire sounds like something Farisu be into. Isn't there some penguin politician too? What about Captain Trashbin? Hi, Cairo. Karlov, I've heard of that one. Haven't seen it though. Captain Trashbin. Guys, I was fucking with Cairo this morning. Last night, he was like fishing at midnight. He's like, oh my god, I caught the SSR rat! Eland, I did it! Yay! I thought I'd have to do this all week, but now I don't. Yay! I was like, uh-huh, good job. And then this morning, he messages me. He's like, I'm so happy I caught the rat. I was like, what are you talking about? The rat, the thing from the web fishing, or the fishing world. And I was like, oh, I remember you talking about that. Yeah, good luck. Like, no, I caught it. Like, what do you mean you caught it? You said you're gonna have to farm for it all week. No, I caught it last week. I caught it last night. I was in a call with you. And I'm like, last night, you played 2 videos on YouTube and then started snoring. And it was like, not the best or funniest gaslight. And I'm like, man, this is way too much effort and roundabout. I'm just gonna end it. I was like, anyway, congrats on the rat. And he's like, wait, did I catch it? Now I don't know. And I was like, oh, it actually worked. Yeah, no, you caught it. I gotta go set up for stream. Bye. And he was like, what the fuck, dude? Hi, Noodles, hi, Rand, curse be upon me. God damn it, Cairo. Don't know his exact name, but literally there's a trash bin politician in the UK. Why do I know that? Fucking, I don't know. I wouldn't call a trash bin cute. Did you two use protection? Count bin face, incest attack, Cairo. Cute. Oh, that's cruel, poor Cairo. Not the incest. I need a drink. Ah. Yes, the incest. That makes me think of... Who did we raid recently? We raided somebody and they're like, no, I was about to end. And they were like, Euland, no. And I was like, Euland, yes. I'm trying to remember who it was. Might have been Isu. I don't remember. You get attacked by your cousin of the 5th degree. The existence of incest implies the existence of outcest. They make me look sane. I learned my lesson. We raided Isu after a Tails Day? Yeah, but I think I also raided Isu recently. And then I was joking about how bad they are at ending. That's just having sex with non-family members? Well, what is cest? I start after you end? Pout? Yeah. Yeah. It was somebody who... They normally end before I do. Like, they'd been going for a while, and then I rated them, and like, oh no, no, I have to keep going. About 5 hours ahead of EST Lamau. Zest? Family? Let me be funny. I'm so worried about housing in WoW. I think it has potential, but like, it's gonna be so late. Even if it's good, I don't know if I'm gonna care. Because incest means sex in family. So outcest means sex outside family. So therefore, cest equals family. WoW has a real problem with that. With like, they have some great stuff. They just do it so late. Like, they added their Battle Royale, which was a pretty good Battle Royale mode. Thunderstorm was really fun. They just added it, 6 years after the Battle Royale craze. Me when I'm not overwhelmed, but I'm a little whelmed. I'm just worried about housing. Yeah, that would make sense. To go back to Minecraft, what biome do you guys think I should do next? I feel like the jungle would be the next on the list. But Mesa? I need to look at Mesa, because I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Swamp? The swamp was the first video we did, Kisu. That was video number 1, actually. There's a few other swamps, so like there's a mangrove swamp, right? Grand Canyon build, let's go. I worked in Jungle Hills for years. I'm thinking jungle, I'll check Mesa. I was also thinking of like caves. I could do like the Dripstone caves. But that one seems difficult. Go visit the North Pole. Ice. We did do snowy plains, but they're still like the icy spike plains. Dripstone caves are ouchies. Dripstone caves was the very first video I tried to make, but that was... I don't like how the video came out. We weren't using curved building. Everything was very straight and had like... I didn't like the turns I had. There aren't outside Dripstone caves? I don't want outside Dripstone caves. No caves for you? No Nutty Putty caves? Hi, Techno. You finished class? Hell yeah. No, I want an underground Dripstone caves. Where basically I go from like large open area to large open area. And there would be like tunnels that connect them. Hi, Media. Squish the Yuland. Oh my goodness. I wish custom world generation would still work. Then you could easily do that. The Dripstone Caves, I'm actually not that perplexed by. Because I can do just like single world biome generation, and everything underground that is a cave will turn into a Dripstone Cave. What about Lush Caves? The Lush Caves I kind of want to save for later, because I think the Lush Caves are going to be really fucking pretty. So, as I get better and better, because each video I learn something, right? They always go down at an angle? What do you mean by they always go down at an angle? Media, when did you meet Telena? Because I saw you in there this morning. And then I was like, whoa, Media actually knows Telena? Cave. I literally just see Juice saying cave like the fucking cheese video with the fucking cheese getting slammed on the table. Cheese. Ryan suggested her like last Friday. Okay. That is where I met Ryan. Telena. She used to stream a lot, I guess around 2020. Oh god, actually it would have been before that. And she's very entertaining. But then her real life kind of just, I don't want to say it went to shit, but it got very chaotic. She had to like really she had to really be present with her family business and whatnot. So she stopped streaming for like 3 or 4 years. And she's kind of coming back. She wants to stream 100 days this year. And she missed January and February. So she's doing a little bit of catch up. She needs to do 2 streams a week, right? But she started playing XCOM. And she's been streaming every fucking day for like 10 hours a day. Does she even sleep? Not when she's doing XCOM or Total War. I go sleep, she's streaming. I wake up, she's streaming. That is uncommon for her. This past week has been very like, oh, she's off work, let's just only do XCOM. She's very, very good at those games, Media. She is like, she used to write guides for Total War on Reddit. And it was really funny, because we would be watching her play Total War, and she would have written a guide on Reddit that's like, if you want to win at Total War, build longbowmen. Longbowmen are really strong. Use them like this, da-da-da. And then she would go stream it, and she'd be like, longbowmen are too easy. So we're going to play Legendary Iron Man Hardcore. And we're not going to use longbowmen. We're going to use, like, only crossbows. Because longbow is too easy. And people would come into her channel and be like, you don't have any longbowmen? I can link you a guide that teaches you how to use them. And she's like, yeah? Go ahead and link me the guide. They link it to her and she's like, ah, how interesting. You have linked me my own guide. And they're like, what? She's like, yes, I wrote this guide. It's too easy. So we're not playing longbowmen. You and I are not the same. Lush caves go diagonally down, ranging between 10 degrees to full 180 straight down. Oh, we'll see when we get there. Fun fact, James may beat Ramsey in a cook-off while James was drinking wine. Oh my god, there are 3 beans in front of you. Hug those beans. I can't yet. Not while we're walking. Holy shit. Smuggle. Media, you cute. When you gonna redeem your KISS coupons? Good morning, Fluffs. Hi, Dino. I had that happen at work. I remember doing a guide for my company about some stuff in SAP. Like a year and a half later, someone comes to me, hey, could you do this? I can give you some guides to get you started. Yep, my guides. Incredible. So that's the meta. Let me avoid it to have a challenge is extremely based. Telena is an idiot. I love her. But my god, she says some stupid fucking shit. But when it comes to strategy games, she's on a different level. And she's actually like the fucking Matrix I see past the game. I see the code. And she's really, really good at those games. Proxy probably hates me talking about it because I've watched him play XCOM a lot. And I was probably a little shit comparing the two a lot back then. I'm going to stand my ground that it was just because Proxy got me killed to a snake guy.
Hey, I made you a snake.
I need to get her to play Fantasy General then? Yes, Yuki. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Was the Minecraft movie recorded in Java or Bedrock? I don't have a fucking clue. I haven't watched it yet. All I know is that there's a scene where Jack Black yells chicken jockey, and people start throwing popcorn and their drinks around the movie theater. I saw a clip yesterday where this kid went to the movie theater, didn't go to the Minecraft movie, he was watching something else, and just like 30 minutes in just goes, chicken jockey! And then a guy just beams him in the back of the head with a soda. Today I'm not joining. Already did dancing, but I'm like hyper bored. What to do? I don't know. You could grind War Thunder out a little bit. You get on, hop on a world with me, and we cuddle. You could also do that. We're at 1.9 already? Don't tempt them again. Good aim on that guy with the soda. They just got rid of Cheat Thunder.
I'm gonna go. I need to
Bye.
get warmed up.
Thank you for hanging out. Have fun with Counter-Strike.
Bye bye. I'm gonna save Hyrule.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Foxy.
Wait a sec, is that Frey on screen? It is! Yep, I'm getting rid slowly of Cheat Thunder. Wednesday I got a collab, but I don't think I'll be streaming it often. Or as often as I used to. Okay, okay. Miss Frey, love. Ah. And Hyrule was saved. That's all it took. With a Deku
Go
stick.
warm up, Proxy. You nerd.
What was I gonna say? You and the happy gas can drown? Yeah, isn't that kind of weird? Monkey Wrench, am I right, fellas? I'm thinking Dripstone Caves, Mesa, or Jungle. I actually had somebody in the comments of the desert video that was like, all you do is overworld videos. You should try some of the underground stuff. And I was like, but you see, I'm going to do all of them. I'm just trying to do the more boring and easy biomes first. So like the desert, easy. The taiga forest, the swamp, easy. It's when we get to cave stuff that we'll be like, ooh, this is hard. Or when we get to like mountainous biomes. Mountainous biomes, I'm like, ooh, this could be hard. And then underground stuff, the oceans. The oceans I feel like are going to be crazy difficult. Because I'm going to have to make a glass tunnel and then dry out the middle of it. And that for 5,000 blocks sounds difficult. And I'm planning to do that with all the different oceans. The fucking cold ocean. The warm ocean. I don't even know the other types of oceans. We're at 2 miles. It has gills? Yeah, why can't it drown? I don't know. 2 miles, woo. Minecraft videos are like fun to make, but like I don't think I'm going to do a creation game again. I don't think I'm gonna do Valheim, Power World, Satisfactory. I think because of Minecraft, all of those are just out. There is no way I'm making Ark. Hell no. If I have to build the path, no, it's done. I don't even know if I'm gonna do all the biomes in Minecraft, cause like it takes so long to get one video out. Ark is super easy to build, just needs time. Yeah, see, time is a thing that I don't want to spend a lot of. That's a lot of work indeed. I build in creative mode in all of these media. It's just like making a road that follows slopes and hills and looks good is very time consuming. Had a glass skyscraper. I have Ark because I saw it on like Super Omega sale, so I bought it for like $3. But I've never played it. These videos would be way cooler if they were made in survival. Fuck no. Hell no. I'd be making these in survival, and then I'd be walking along and just get mobbed by zombies and spiders. Could you imagine? So, Yulin, when do we get a swimming stream? Go to Minecraft, Ark, etc., and just dive on the water? Fucking never. You're doing great, Yulin. Thank you. Streakland maintain. Time to continue my driving courses. Good luck, Techno. When they develop waterproof VR headsets. We were planning to do Subnautica stuff. I was gonna do creative mode and create bases that go across biomes in Subnautica and put as much like glass casing on them as possible so you could see as much of it as possible. But now I'm just like, yeah, fucking this sucks. I'm not going to create the walks anymore. You're too big. I know Game with Roads, the most amazing scenery and vegetation. If you say Farming Simulator, then I know you're lying to me. You're still too big. I don't want you to like do memes and jokes like this, Ron. Elon, can I pick your brain? You can. Head pat reverse aquarium. Hey, Elon, your model looks boring. Can I fix it with Ghibli AI? Oh, God. How in the hell are you going to make anything in Subnautica? So the plan would have been the little water bases that you make, I would just make a tunnel that goes across a biome. So it would have like, you know, let's say you've got the shallows, the kelp forest. I would have had just a little like tunnel that goes across it. And because in creative mode you can just remove the structural requirements, even though it would collapse on itself, in creative mode it just wouldn't. And then you just fill it with windows. So the whole thing is glass. And you'd just be walking on essentially a metal pathway. And it'd be window, 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 window. And you'd see a lot of the kelp forest that way. That was the plan. But now I'm sitting here like, fuck that. Farms are pretty. I don't think farms are not pretty. Exclusively farms for 30 minutes straight does not sound pretty. Exclusively farms for 5 miles for 30 minutes times like 20? I don't even know if they have different environments in Farming Simulator. Elon, can I pick your brain? Yes. But it's not a lie. Lobotomy. Elon, just record IRL streets? Hell no. The magic of agriculture is just what you need. Or rather, pay someone to do that for you because ew, outside. Wrong Reaper Leviathan. Ugh. What line would fry a bottom's brain? Just to be a tease to them? I don't know. It has to be something they don't expect. And anything I can come up with is something I would expect. Euland AI is the future. Why did you deny it? Do you want to pay an honest artist, a loser scammer artist to make a high quality image for you instead of letting AI do 1% of the quality in a fraction of the time? Dang. We all love our 8-finger hands and random artifacts. AI has so much potential. But like, God, why are we using it for art? Why can't we just be using it for like medical processes and factories? We hate capitalism. Ban the word "it" for them? You fry their brain to the point of not being able to speak? That was so mean. Yuki, that was like torture. It was awesome is what it was. I expected Kyra to hate me, but it's so easy. We've gone through an AI phase before. If we have any luck, it will die again. Even I couldn't do it. I think the worst I've seen is Easterest with the word "me." I think somebody banned the word "me" on his stream, and he literally went like 57 minutes. Just unable to stop saying "me" because he talks about himself so much. Shit was awesome. It will die because AI feeds AI again. Nah. Guys, people are afraid of AI. Should they be afraid of you? Should they be afraid of me? Well, no. I'm a person just like them. Why would they be afraid of me? I think people are afraid of AI because they're afraid of it replacing them, but I'm also human, so it would just replace me as well. I don't think they should be afraid of me. No, but should they be afraid of you? It's a vowel, isn't it? A-I-U, they're all vowels, aren't they? So should they be afraid of you as well? Fucking Philomena Crunk. It's so fucking stupid. Bye, Haxie. A-E-I-O-U. It was in the top 10 words frequently used in English. I'm afraid of you. Sleep well. Today's Monday? Blah. Didn't even look it up. Just thought it might be a good word to ban. I'm not afraid of A1. Feel walking in VR is not poggers. You get used to it. Keep it up, you got this. Just remember to drink regularly. Keep your hands on something to balance yourself. Work up your stamina. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I need to needle again. What? I need to call the IRS today. And I need to be like, hey, stop rejecting my taxes, dumbass. And they'll be like, we'll do them right. And I'm like, well, I did them right by the form you gave me. You got this. We believe in you. I was supposed to do tax stuff yesterday. But by the time I actually, like, got out of VR and stopped doing other stuff, it was like 7. And I was like, if I need to call them, I don't even know if they're open at this point. I'm just gonna work on Minecraft. I ever tell you I've been doing it for like 1.5 years and still have a fear of needles? Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you don't just get used to it. What helped me with Needles Noodles was an anime called Bye, Ranu. Thank you for hanging out. It was an anime called Beat the Vandal Buster. And he becomes an adventurer, and he's fighting these snail slimes. And these slimes have, like, really sharp teeth, and one of them bites into his arm. It's basically like, you know, 5 knives just stabbing into his arm, and he's like, oh god, it hurts! And the guy mentoring him is like, it hurts more because you're tensing up your muscles and pushing your muscles further in. Relax your arm, go loosey-goosey, and they won't push as far into you. Which I don't know if that's how it works at all. Kind of seems stupid. But, you know, he loosens up his arm, he's like, oh, it does feel a little bit better. And then he kills this thing, and so now I kind of think of that, also correct, it works like that. I think of that when I deal with needles. I just do everything I can to just not tense up and just keep my stuff loose. Yulin, do it for me? Are you paying me? PR. Do it like esoteric medicine tells you to do it. Put a fraction of a needle across 1,000 sugar spheres and eat those. They work the same. 5 nights at Frybees. Frybees? What? Also correct, it would work like that. Maybe you need to associate it with something positive, like a cute femme bunny boy smooching you. Sure. Don't think of needles when you think of me. I've tried a similar thing. I was enjoying yesterday telling you guys about glasses, and I had fun telling Kyra about it later as well. When I was in California, I got my driver's license when I was 16. When I moved to Missouri, they made me redo the vision part, and they were like, you need glasses to drive. And I was like, what the fuck, this sucks. So I got glasses. In Texas, I renewed my driver's license, and they were like, yeah, you know, it says you need glasses, so you need glasses here. Okay. I go back to Missouri, this is like 3 years ago. And I take the driver's test again, I take the eye test again, they're like, you don't need glasses. It's just like, what the fuck? But I used to. They're like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. You don't anymore. And so, either my eyes literally got better, or Missouri has less strict tests on their eye exam stuff for driver's licenses. And I love telling people that, because they're like, what the fuck? So I was mentioning that yesterday, and everybody was like, what the fuck do you mean? And I told Kyra about it too. He was like, this is fucking bullshit, dude. They were just messing with you the first time.
I think depending on what caused the poor eyesight, it can get better. Like, for example, a lot of people that go to the army here, their eyesight slightly improves for some reason.
I think, if I had to guess, my vision is right on the cusp. And so there were probably a few letters and numbers the first time I took it that I just couldn't make out, and I guessed wrong. And then the second time, you know, a decade later, I take it again, and it's like, you know, this is, you know, it could be these few things, and you guessed right. Right? I had, you know, process of elimination, or not process of elimination, but, you know, it couldn't be everything. I wasn't guessing out of 26 things. Or I guess 36 things. Right? I'd be in a position of like, this is either, you know, an N or an M, and it's hard to tell. But I'm only guessing between those two, right? I think the second time I'm like right on the cusp to the point that I was able to guess correctly. I think someone would honestly be the best thing. Because imagine twisting to get your butt hip area and doing it all. Oh my goodness. Where do we apply? How does it transfer noodles from the person getting the needles to you? What is the process where, you know, the stuff being injected into them gets to your body? I impressed my optometrist when I got a new prescription for the first time. Almost a decade, I only had slightly worse eyesight. Are they taking blood from you? Or are they putting something in you? You know, that made no sense. Shut your mouth. The needlework you're getting, Noodles. Or are they just stabbing you to stab you? It's my meds. So meds are going into you, right? Right? They are injecting something into you, right? My boob juice? Yes. So how does that get from somebody taking the injection for you to you? You're sitting here like, Yuland, get the shots for me. So then I get injected with the boob juice. How do we then get the boob juice out of me and into you? Yuland, that made no sense. It's not supposed to make sense. I'm just asking for a process here. Do it myself weekly and need someone to administer it? Oh, okay. You're asking me to stab you with a needle. I thought you were asking me to take the needle. I thought you were asking me, like... Good God, I thought you were because I figured you have to go to a place to get this. I thought you were saying, Yuland, I don't like needles. Get the shot for me. It's okay, you're cute. Obviously, it didn't make sense. I thought you were being silly and cute with like, I don't like getting shots. Yuland, get shot for me. Romance. Good God, Yuland, yes. Yuland, that's a whole different fanfic you're thinking up right now. There are ways. How did we get here? It's okay, you're cute. Only to you. Oh my God. We want Nurselin now. Anyone else? Do I still have that avatar? Avatars. Whoa. Damn. All of the old avatars I used from Yumi are toasted. They are unavailable. There was an avatar maker who would put all their avatars in a public world. And they had a nurse outfit I would use. What do you mean this isn't anime? I got a friend who takes boob juice too. He fucking hates doing this, and sometimes it accidentally hits a nerve and will end up hurting for days. Tail? Can I spin the tail? Your nicking nerve sucks. Toasted Elin, Tandilin? What do you mean you hit your sciatic nerve and ragdolled? Wait, this is not an anime? Oh my gosh. I'm like, no, I'm not that stupid, guys. I'm really not that stupid. I thought we were doing made-up hypothetical situation of me taking the shot for Noodles. I thought she was like, I don't like getting shots. Yulin, get the fucking shot injected into you for me. So Yulin, yes or no? Yes or no to me injecting you? Hell no. I don't want to fucking stab you with a needle. Oh my God, that's so scary. Why do I hear Gmod sounds in the bathroom? And why is this pink walker having pink hair? Elon, can we get a Tanslines redeem? I'm not in any rush for it. I'm not against getting tan lines at some point. And Eland with swimming suit tan lines. Nodders injecting Eland. Look. I need to redo my avatars. I have fucked up my project. I don't know if I should just make a new project and recreate all the stuff, because all the pieces are there. I actually... Okay, so what happened this morning was... I got on Path of Exile 2. I killed the hyena boss at the very start of Act 2. I go into the next area, and my damage is trash. My damage is just bad, and I'm like, man... My damage is bad, my survivability is bad. This just feels bad. Why am I playing this game right now? So I logged off Path of Exile 2. But I still had like 30 minutes for 8, which is when I start typically looking for stories to talk about. And so I just opened up. I feel like this treadmill's about to fucking die. I opened up Unity. I created a new project. I wanted to see how difficult it would be to create one of the avatars. I have forgotten everything in 3 months, and it was like, well, oh boy. We even heard that on stream. Yeah, it's running really smooth right now. But it just feels like it's, you know, making a shit ton of noise now and then. I like tan lines. But on others? Oh, it's salty, alright. Why are you injecting Yulin with saline? Hi, Micaiah. I want to fit my dolphin dive outfit to my body edit. You know, please don't let the treadmill devour you. Smug boys. Hi, Micaiah. Hello. Did you oil it? Yes, it has been oiled. It should not be... What the problem is just the engine, the motor is old. Like, this treadmill is, like, ancient. It might be getting dry. He keeps saying he's thirsty and panting. Micaiah is such a cute name. Mm-hmm. We're at 2.9 miles. I need a drink. You got that thing oiled down? We opened it at the end of last year. Oiled all the parts. At the time we were measuring its ampage because, you know, it kept tripping the circuit. It was flipping it. We maintenanced it. It stopped tripping it for a while. But the past, like, month or so, it just, every now and then it gets so loud. DC? What I feel like it's coming to... Okay, so here's the real solution. Right now, I'm trying to save a lot of money and I'm living really frugally because I pay rent. There's a possibility that I move in with my grandparents in California. And if I'm living rent-free, then all of my earnings can go to, well, nice things. It moans and groans when you turn it on. Okay. So potentially, if I move out there and I stop paying rent, I could just, like, I could just buy, instead of a used marketplace treadmill that's 10 years old, I could just buy a new Nordic Track. A fancy schmancy one. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. Oh, Yulin, you got that thing. It should be good. It's just old. And, like, my dad and I, we don't know enough about treadmill parts to know exactly, like, what is what. It's just like, oh, you know, we've read stuff online that says to oil this. Oh, it says to, you know, change that. Let's hope that fixes it. You're not that old yet, Ewan? I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the treadmill, goofball. Plans for the week. I really need to get taxes done. I really need to get that done today. Tales of Vesperia tomorrow. Repo Wednesday. Tales of Vesperia Thursday. Professional goofball right here. Yeah. Oh, Cairo, are you here? Was supposed to go downtown to pick some stuff up today, but my transportation isn't responding. So here I come to hang out. Oh, I just had an idea for another boy. Is that Wolf Mother? It is. We have Freya here. We have Frost Shiro here. We have Juice. Juice is actually walking on a treadmill today. I better write this one down. I think we just have those three. Yeah. We had Ronmu earlier. We had Proxy and Haxi earlier.
Oh god, I'm lagging. That sucked.
A little bit.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Boop the Wolf Mother? No, she's so far away. Good job, Juice.
Anyway, sorry. Hi, Elder.
All good.
Hi, honey. Let's not boop. I don't want to boop.
If Cairo was here,
Pats only.
I'd share something, but I'll wait for him to get back. We,
Of course, Kyle. Go ahead. You're always welcome. You can sit on my lap if you want to.
I watched the Marathon trailer yesterday. So Bungie has this new game coming out. It's called Marathon. It's an extraction shooter. Very much not my genre of game. But it looks very cool. And when we watched the trailer, Grianne showed it to us yesterday after stream. The trailer was really fucking cool. It's basically like this world that's like post-apocalypse. And they keep sending down these like synthetic androids. But they kind of like give them a rundown. At first they're like, hey, so, you know, we're going to send you down. They're like, yeah. And they're like, do you recognize this picture? Is it my mom? Sure is. Do you recognize this picture? No, that's you as a kid. It's such a disservice to the IP. But the trailer's cool and you can immediately tell who made it. What do you mean by it's a disservice to the IP? Is Marathon like... Because I thought this was a new IP. Is it like an existing one that... Based
It's not
on...
supposed to be Marathon Man, is it?
Marathon is an existing game? Okay. Okay. I thought it was like coming out. And they made it into worse Apex Destiny? It looks so dope though. The trailer looks really, really good. If you gave me a show or a movie of that trailer, that would be fucking cool. Marathon is pre-Halo. Oh shit, it's that old? The game isn't even out yet? Well, it sounds like it had a game that's old. Hi, Grianne. It was a Doom clone from the 90s. Wolfmom looks lonely. Freya might come sit by you. Freya, no, I'd crush you. It's just nothing like Marathon, but it looks cool. They got a guy from the Love, Death, and Robots to do the cinematic trailer. Hi, Baldir.
I'm aware.
Yeah, the Spider-Verse guy? Oh! I know, we also did Spider-Verse.
Why do you think my eyes are water?
You can immediately tell it's him. That's what somebody was saying when we watched it. We were watching the trailer after stream, and somebody said, this looks like the Love, Death, and Robot stuff. And somebody else goes, funny you mention that. It is that guy. Hi, Spacefish. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Elin, I'm still in bed. Hell yeah. Unless that's bad. Spacefish! I got another Minecraft video out today. I did the desert. Neil's Pat, I need to get up. Then get up, goofball. It's me, I'm wonderful. Head Pat Fish, Head Pat North. Head Pat Baldir. Fishy. Heck yeah, good job, Elin. Comfy Dilemma. Yeah, if it was a TV show or a movie, I'd be fucking in. I'd be like, I want to watch this. If it's a game, I mean, the fact is you lose me at fucking PvP. The whole reason I never played Sea of Thieves was because it was PvE VP, and I hated the idea of, you know, playing PvE for 2 hours and having it all stolen by players. Which sounds like in Marathon, it'd be a lot shorter, right? You have like an hour to do stuff. To me, it seems like, you know, futuristic Hunt Showdown. But the idea of like doing a bunch of PvE stuff and then just losing it all, it's like, ugh. It's going good. Taking a new course at work, but despite being all day long meeting, a lot more bearable than I thought it would be. Genuinely wish I could watch so many more streamers, but my brain is too occupied with so many other streamers. I mean, yeah. A big realization for me. Hi, KT-Sin. This is some serious dedication. Thank you. A big realization for me, and I don't remember when this was like, the sea of streamers out there is vast. There's just so many streamers out there. And like, you might think you have something really cool and unique. And you might. But somebody else is gonna at least have done something similar. Right? There will always be another cool streamer that you find. And so, I think I kind of realized this when I was trying to teach myself to stop comparing myself to others. Because there will always be another person that's doing it better than you. Sea of Thieves, nuts will fit. I don't even know what you mean there. Yes, you got this. Super proud of you. Keep your chin up and get your work out. Present them, ants. Why can't I get a co-op PvE extraction shooter? Smug showed it to me and it looked so cool. And he told me that it was a shooter game and I got so mad. Let me introduce you to Helldivers. Could have been such a beautiful, emotional movie. Yeah, Cairo. There will be wipes in Marathon, so you better use them anyways. Way ahead of you there, North, also Gran. Hi, Noodles. Sea of Thieves, CDs, nuts fit in your job. Okay. How's work, bunny? Hi, Violet. Cairo. Hello. What's up? I bought Cutwater Mango Margarita. That is the second half of the booze tip. Oh shit. So I got that. Oh good, Cutwater is 8%. Hug Yuki. Violet, oh. So they did have it. They did. I don't know if they just didn't have it last time. I saw it this time. Ooh, that sounds so good. Shit. LFG. Oh, I thought that's a new anime. It's a good idea. I'm such a bad influence. North, this is not coming from you. I have been trying to drink since 2019, North. Did you know water is 89% H2O? Okay. Mango Marge is 12.5%. I don't remember if I saw an alcohol percent. I think I did see 8.5 on something, but I don't remember if that was from something in my fridge or if that was at the store. Basically wine. Now we just gotta hope I can drink it, right? That possibility exists that, you know, I take it and can't swallow. We gotta get him some soju somehow. Hi, Kyo. Typical Yun. This tastes like juice. I'll try, ants. I'm not happy with my sense of taste, okay? I'm not like, wow, I love being difficult. It sucks. It just sucks. Hi, how's you? We're doing good. We are at 3.5 miles. It's the soju meme? I thought you were saying about the Cutwater. Suck it up and drink the booze? I'll try. Eland, I'll cheer you on. I'm coming over and getting you drunk, motherfucker. Ah, some people do enjoy being difficult. I do think some people enjoy being difficult. Be there in 3 hours. You might be closer than 3 hours. I'm within an hour of St. Louis. Oh, aren't you like, you might be 3 hours. It's about 3, yeah? Don't make me bring out the mirror. You know, I haven't tried an extraction shoot other than an HD2. Maybe you should try out Tarkov. Looks on stream for Tarkov. Wait, it's not on Steam? Never mind then. I'm 2 away from St. Louis. Are you west or east? South? I'm doxing myself here. I'm an hour west. I know where you live, don't worry. No! Oh, God. I'm in your walls. He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls. Yeah, take it to DMs, ladies. The people I was planning to visit. I was planning to visit Frisu, Oni, and Eto in about 2 weeks. That is kind of fallen through. So, I was planning to visit them. And I called my parents. I was like, hey, I want to go visit some friends that are, 5.5 mile drive away. I'd like to take your car. Is that good? Basically, I figured they'd say yes. But, it's their car. I should let them know. And my mom kind of freaks out a little bit. She's like, you're going to meet friends you met online? Oh my God, how long have you known them? Do you trust them? Do they have a criminal record? How do you know you're not going to get murdered? Oh God! And I was like, Mother whom I love dearly. I am asking for permission to take your car. I'm not asking for permission to go. I'm 34, right? Like, it was very much like, this is not you protecting your 13-year-old kid. Like, I've lived on my own, Mom. What the fuck? She's like, oh, okay. This is weird to me. My dad's like, yeah, this is great. I think this sounds like a really fun trip and you're gonna have a blast. You can't take the car. And I was like, is there a reason? And he goes, yeah, so you're not on the insurance. And so, I've got mixed feelings on this. Because 2 years ago when my dad came to me and was like, hey, you can stay here, but we're going to charge you rent, You can't just have a free ride. We're going to charge you $400 rent. This will cover, water bills, electricity bills, the car insurance, the price of you being here. That's, what it's going to cost. And I was like, yeah, fair. That's fine. That's a good price. I specifically remember him saying, like, the car insurance is about $175 a month. And so, when I had this conversation with them a few days ago, and my dad's like, oh yeah, you've just never been on the insurance. I'm like, you can set whatever the rent you want it to be. But it feels a little dirty that you said part of the 400, the biggest part, was the car insurance, and told me 175, and now I'm finding out I was never on it. That kind of feels like, hey, they still have to pay the insurance even if you're not on it? Well, yeah, so they had car insurance for the two of them, and they were saying it's going to cost $175 for me to be on it. And now they're saying I was never on it, and I'm like, why did you specifically mention that when saying the 400? That feels a little like you were kind of just looking for extra stuff to justify the 400, when you could have just said, We're saying 400. That's the cost. I don't like that they use the car insurance to justify that price, and now I'm finding out I was never on it. That feels dirty. At the end of the day, rent is whatever they set it as, right? They could set it at 5,000. I'd be like, "Are you fucking serious?" They'd be like, "Yep, our house, our rules." They don't have to justify anything. It just feels a little like, oh, you kind of just lied to me because I guess that made the situation easier for you. That's what I'm like, I don't like this. Yeah. Have a nice lurk, media. Me, I know I haven't tried an extraction shoot on 2 a.m. in your walls. Yeah, take it to DMs. Who is Lewis and why is he a saint? Did he talk to God through a potato? Mom, I'm 34 for fuck's sakes. Basically. Momlin, momming hard. Oh my fucking god. If I die, then I die. I think my parents have more criminal records than I have friends. Oh, I love moms, but sheesh, Violet, not mine. I'm joking, hopefully. Oh, alright, that's a kind of valid reason. At least from my perspective. Elon's mom, do you have a criminal record? Elon, no. Elon mom, bunch of losers. They still have to pay the insurance even if you're not on it. Yeah, that's a bit rug pulling. Adding a person up to the insurance, though, Octal. I'm not on it. There is a clause in the insurance that says if you have a family member, like, take you to the bar and back, but they don't normally use the car, then we would cover them. So basically, my dad thinks because I only drive the car once a week to the grocery store less than 5 miles, that clause will cover me. So I'm like on the insurance, but not fully on the insurance. If I were to take it 700 miles to, 350 out and 350 back, the insurance would not cover me. But, for the sake of, just driving to the store once a week, I'm covered. Probably. Yuki, oh yeah. Yes, Violet. Parents owns 2 homes. They can afford the 175. I just saying hi anyway, kitty alert. Oh, for sure, although I added my ex to my insurance as a, sometimes driver. Forgot what it's called. Pat. That sounds very rug pull. No, but they're criminally cute. Yeah, you could probably fight a claim where you were driving your dad somewhere. It would be covered. But yeah, taking out of state is probably going to get denied. Over here it says, yeah, family member can drive it 20 times per year without needing to be on the insurance for the insurance to cover stuff. For us, it's specifically like, this family member doesn't drive that often, they're covered. They're not driving far. I think it's specifically like, hey, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is specifically. My dad thinks I'd be covered. Why can't insurance just insure the car no matter the situation? Like, the fuck you mean the distance of miles driven matter? They just want to fuck you over. See, the thing, North, is they want to cover you as little as possible. Because you give them money to cover them. Ideal situation is you never need coverage. Or you're outside the rules and they don't have to cover you. If you give them, let's say, $50,000 over your life, and never get in a car accident, they have $50,000. But if you give them $50,000 and you get in a car accident that they have to pay out $45,000, they don't want to pay that out. They want to keep that. A lot of complicated stuff. Over here it's mostly so that they have a record of you. If you haven't had an accident in some time, your insurance gets even cheaper. I can assure you that insurance is toxic business. Hi, Kodiak. Yeah, it's blah. North, the thing about, they can afford the 175. My parents have 2 homes. They're very well off. High tech. They've also worked really, really hard. My dad started working a full-time job when he was 15. Well, maybe not full-time. But going to school, he washed dishes in a restaurant. He has worked as like a door-to-door salesman Eventually he became an accountant. Eventually he became, a CFO. He has worked his ass off. And I've been there for a lot of it, right? I remember in middle school, he would wake up at like 5 a.m. and go to work at 6. CFO is like a CEO, but is Chief Financial Officer. Instead of Chief Executive Officer, I think is the E in CEO. Like the head of the finance department? Yes. It's like CEO, but usually CEOs get paid a lot more than CFOs. Still, it's a 6-figure job. I don't want to say in most cases, but very often. I remember in middle school, he would wake up at like 5 a.m., be out the door at 6, and get home at 6 to 7. Like, he was straight up working 13-hour days, 5 to 6 days a week. The dude has, like, busted his ass off, and he's absolutely earned 2 homes, a boat, trips to Europe, trips around the state. Like, he's worked really, really hard for them. Now, I would say there's a lot of people who've worked just as hard, if not harder, who didn't have the opportunity to get the earnings potential that he has, right? The single mom working 3 jobs, no one can say isn't working hard. He's not going to get to the point that my dad got to. But that's a whole different discussion. He's worked hard, he's earned the stuff he has. He sees me, who had a, 9 to 5 job, 40 hours a week, for 4 years, and then I'm like, this shit sucks. I don't want to do this. Can I just live with you in your basement and not pay rent? And he's like, fucking no way in hell, dude. I worked my ass off. Why shouldn't you? Why do you get this free ride? It's very understandable to me that he's like charging rent, and he could absolutely afford to give me a free ride. If he wanted to, I wouldn't need to work a day in my life. But for him who worked his butt off, that's not fair. And he feels, he's better off for having worked as hard as he did. He feels like, it puts character in you. It teaches you a lot, puts reality in perspective. And I would say that's true. I just think it also, is a level of suffering that, with the level of technology we have today's day and age, is unnecessary. And so, I'd love a free ride, right? I'd love to, not pay rent and just be free and do whatever I want. But I completely understand his wanting to charge rent, wanting me to, like, pay my way, at least, not be a burden on him. The money he has, I don't think he would notice the amount it costs me, the difference, but that's not important. So, for example, someone who hasn't had an accident for 1 year pays 58% of the repair costs, while someone that has been accident-free for 10 years only pays 37%. Technically, it goes up to 50 years. We get 16% instead of 58. At that age, I don't think anyone likes driving. You would be surprised, Yuki. You try taking the license from an 85-year-old. You try telling them they're too old and they can't do it anymore. They will fight tooth and nail until the court literally says you're not allowed to. At that age, no one should be driving.
From my cold dead hair.
But they like doing it. What Aunt said. At a certain age, I feel like it should be you get tested every year, and you show even the slightest signs of cognitive decline, and it's like, you're on your way, sorry, we're taking this. I also think this would be a lot less of a problem if our infrastructure was built around public transportation, but, that's not how we did it. At least the older people I know don't like driving when they get older. A lot of the older people I knew very much want to drive. My grandma that passed away 2 or 3 years ago, she was 93 and still driving. And family members are constantly like, hey, you gotta stop. You're getting real. And she's like, no, I don't go over 20 and I only go to the church. I can keep driving. And it's like, oh, okay. Ford and the Big Three saw to that. And nuh-uh. Pilot reverse top score. Guess they're dying on that hill. Like the South Park episode where the old people drove without a license? Yes. Yes, it's... I can see some people that are like, I hate driving, but like, they don't stop driving when they get to a certain age. They just stop driving as soon as they can. The moment people get to a certain age, if they were already driving, they want to keep driving. Nobody's like, oh boy, I'm too old, and like, I can stop driving now. That's just not... People don't stop driving because of their age, unless they are forced to. They don't want to stop driving because of their age. They would have stopped driving before then. Okay, but in return, over here, people drive a lot, even when their license is suspended. I would make that argument over here as well. I would actually say, Yuki, that it's more so the case here, because over here in the States, we hate public transportation. Hi, Shion. Whereas in Germany, I don't know what your public transportation is like, but I would imagine it can't be as bad as most of the US. And so, when you take someone's license, what do? Right? How do they start getting groceries? How do they start, you know, getting the stuff they need that they can't drive to anymore? You don't have buses? They don't exist in America. I love seeing people on lawnmowers because they lost their license. Love pub transport. We have buses. It's just, you know, you're gonna wait an hour and 15 minutes at the bus stop. We took your driver's license. Make sure you don't drive in that car. We left you in perfect condition. Plenty of old people do limit their driving, though. Like your example of only going to church or not going to the city. Yeah. Yeah. They will limit it, but like... I don't want somebody that's 93 driving. I don't care how sharp they seem. I don't want somebody that's 93 on the road. Honestly, good connections, drive a lot per day. But trains specifically are late a lot because of underfunding and old tracks.
My driving.
Mm.
I just hate people on the road. It's... yeah. I hate driving.
I hate driving. I would not mind a long distance job driving. Like, if shit really hits the fan, I think my absolute last resort is long distance trucker. I would not mind driving, especially if like I'm allowed to drive at night when there's just less cars on the road. Shit. Driving 10 p.m. to like 8 a.m. does not sound like the worst job. I prefer being a long distance trucker compared to like a cubicle any day. Would I want to do that? No, not really. But if I had to, I wouldn't be against driving. I hate driving in crowded areas. Holy shit. Driving in like as an Uber in a city or a taxi in a city, I'd go fucking homeless before that, but... Transport directly to the pub. I like driving, but I like walking a lot more. Oh god, truckers. My dad was one before. He genuinely despised that job because of how stressful it was for him, and he wasn't allowed to drink. I've literally avoided getting a license because I don't trust my own judgment calls when it comes to driving, but holy fuck, do I trust other drivers even less? I kind of felt that, Kyle, but I felt that when I was 16. When I grew up, I thought my dad was a crazy driver. And I thought my mom was like the best driver in the world. And then I got my license. Once I understood the laws and understood, you know, the skills of driving, I was like, oh, my mom sucks at driving. And my dad's really good. He's just a little reckless because he doesn't like following the rules. But, like, the actual skill of driving, he's really, really good. That's what classes are for, typical Yuli. Hopping from horny to topic. Aren't they, though? Give me Violet, Icy. Hi, Icy Fire Mage. Wait, I forgot. Do you have classes, or do the parents teach you driving? Heard somewhere that parents teach you in America. Not sure if that's correct in all states. It changes per state, Yuki. But it's usually a combination. Usually, so for me, when I got my license in California, I had to take a week of classes. There were 5 6-hour classes, so it was 30 hours of in-class having a teacher talk about situations, right? Like chalkboard, writing stuff on the board, us taking notes, getting quizzed and tested. 30 hours of that. Nobody ever taught me how to drive. After that, I had to take 3 2-hour courses with a driving instructor. So literally, I show up to a place, or a driving instructor shows up to my house. They have a car with 2 steering wheels, and I get in the driver's seat, they get in the passenger seat, and they tell me what to do, and like, I get hands-on experience. And you have to do 6 hours of that. And then I had to drive 50 hours supervised, which basically means somebody with a license in the passenger seat while I drive. So, you know, I drive 30 minutes to school, 30 minutes home, and that is an hour toward the 50 hours. For California, when I got my license at 16, you had to do those 3 things. 30 hours class, 50 hours supervised, 6 hours instructor. I just want to say I genuinely appreciate that. When I ask a question, I don't get treated like an idiot by you. Thank you. There's a lot of questions that I feel like are very obvious. But when you really reach into them, it's like, of course this person wouldn't know. How the fuck could anybody expect Yuki, a German citizen, to know how the driving lessons are in America? Right? There's some trolly questions I get. And sometimes I'll answer them seriously, and I feel like, you know, I look like an idiot because clearly they're trolling, but they're definitely stupid questions, but context matters. There's definitely stupid questions. But sometimes, like, well, context matters. Sometimes it's not a stupid question despite it looking really, really stupid, right? I just don't drive. Golf car, 2 steering wheels even? Yep. 2 steering wheels, gas, and the biggest thing is a brake pedal in the passenger seat. Because, like, so what happened for me was I got to a stoplight, or I'm getting up to a stoplight, and this guy goes, okay, you're going to want to get in the right lane because you're going to turn right. And I was like, okay. So I signal, go into the right lane. He goes, okay, you want to turn right. And I go, okay. And I hit the gas and start going. And he slams on the brake, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? When the light's green, turn right. I was like, oh, I just went because you said to. He's like, yeah, clearly. But the light's red and there's cars coming. And I was like, ooh. I got yelled at by my driving instructor, and I specifically was like, give me a different one. This guy sucks. This guy was mean. Over here, instructors get a second pair of pedals, but that's it. Pat Cumey. Pappy's a cute idiot, though. I think intent matters, too. Wow, getting called cute and an idiot. Sometimes people are just being dumb because they're dumb. I think some people intend to be stupid. 100%. And we hit them. At Cairo. Why can't I get a collateral of 5 instead of just 2? Bro loves getting me around them. He moves towards the red flags. We love Cairo. My god, Cairo likes pushing buttons sometimes. I do too. But Cairo can be relentless with it. May have been mean, but saved your tail. Okay. It didn't save my tail. Him pressing the brake saved my tail. And he could have been like, okay, I see why you went. You need to go not when I say to, but when it's safe to when the cars aren't coming. He could have said that, Icy Fire Mage. Instead he said, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like 15, just like, you said to go. Cairo pushes buttons so often you could call them Stanley. No, there's people in SS14 that don't enjoy the game. If they aren't antagonizing others and ruining others' times, I'll never understand it. I don't possess that bone. For me, for driving, I actually didn't start driving a lot until I was 17. I got my license at 15. And then I just sat on it for 2 years. And the reason for that was when I was like 13 or 12, I saw a really bad car accident. So I lived in Fairfield, California. And we would drive an hour to Lake Berryessa. You've probably seen pictures of Lake Berryessa. It's the one with the glory hole. Bye, Juice. When I say the glory hole, I mean it literally has a dam that has a pipe coming up into the reservoir. And water just goes into it. Like, it's just a fucking vacuum hole in the lake. If you've seen pictures of this lake, you'd be like, oh yeah, I used to live at that lake. Oh, the perfect hole. It is literally called the glory hole, Kyle. We would take an hour drive to that. And like the 30-minute road to Lake Berryessa, it is a one lane on each side, winding path through the forest. And at one time on the way there was a really nasty motorcycle accident. Basically, this motorcycle, he was behind a van, and he wanted to go faster. So he moved to the other side of the road. Hi, Devana. I bet Ewan has a vacuum glory hole. You know where to see if I do or not. They're turning right. He goes to the other side of the, double yellow line, and he speeds up to pass them. But he's passing them when, like, he's going on the long side, and there was an 18-wheeler coming, and he drove right into this 18-wheeler. The 18-wheeler would have been going, like, 25, he would have been going 35. Instant death. Motorcycle into the grill of an 18-wheeler. We then had to wait in line. We were, we get to the road, the curvy road, and there's just a long line of cars. My friend's dad, who is driving, he gets out and goes to the car in front of him, comes back, he's like, apparently there was an accident. They've closed the road off, we don't know how long. We see an ambulance fly by. Just literally speeding, flying by. And then like 20 minutes later, we see the ambulance going away the different direction, right? And they are in no rush. They are literally just sirens on, but literally just going the speed limit. And my friend's dad goes, that's not a good sign. And we're like, what do you mean, Mr. Smith? And he goes, if he's not rushing, that means the person's dead. And we're just like, ooh. This was very much the case. They then started letting cars through, couple at a time, and then they close it off. We go through, and there's just motorcycle parts all over the road. You would have thought this guy's motorcycle fucking exploded. And I'm told he wasn't supposed to do this. They were supposed to have like a proper cleanup thing. But I remember watching this police officer walking along like the ditch next to the road. And he bends over, and he picks up a boot, and just blood starts pouring out of it. And that, for me being 12 to 13 years old, was the moment of, you die if you get in a car accident. Car accidents are fucking scary now. And so I was like terrified to drive. I got my license at 15, and my mom was like, so you're gonna start driving yourself to school, right? And I was like, nope. She's like, are you serious? And I was like, I think what they wanted was for me to get a part-time job at like 15, and so that I could afford a car, and I would be paying for my own car to take me to school. And I was like, yeah, I'm not getting a job. And they're like, well, how are you gonna get to school? And I was like, you're gonna take me, or you're gonna give me your car. And they were like, we're not giving you a car. And I was like, well, then I guess you're letting me borrow yours, or you're taking me. So if mom needs the car, she's driving me to school that day. And they were like, and what if we say no? And I remember like, well, what are you gonna say to the truant officer? And my parents were like, fuck, why is he shit? Okay. Damn it. And so my parents were like, all right, fine, we're not buying you a car. But my mom kind of wanted me to, my mom wanted to take me to school anyway. What would happen was, you know, she would drive me 30 minutes to school, 30 minutes back to school, and then pick me up and drive home. Which meant I was in the car for an hour with my mom every day. And we would just talk about everything, right? My mom and I were like fucking best friends and have a great relationship. I think specifically because we were driving together so much. So I think she was kind of okay with it. And my dad was like, I am not buying him a car. Hell no, am I not buying him a car. What's the point in playing if I don't win? Some people need to win at their janky social interaction game. It's not enough that I win. Others must lose. That guy's yearbook quote goes so crazy. Welcome back, Juice. With the what? I don't get it either, to be honest. Oh, the perfect hole. Every time you mention SS14, I'm like, I really should play this. And then forget everything about it until I see you again. But Ewan has a vacuum glory hole. Oh god, I think I've heard this story. Yeah, I kind of meta-grudge these people. Like, I know I shouldn't get too close because they're playing to just stab me in the back. Over here, where you're only allowed to drive with the instructor. But we do German highway driving for 6 hours at night, 6 hours in the city, and 40 hours of general driving. Or you can do that, though. You need about 13 lessons in pure theory, which are about 30 to 40 hours, I believe, with the instructor. I've been around 250 km/h, 250 miles per hour on the highway because others literally go the same speed. You need to get used to it. That's scary. I said 100 hours in the robotics role alone. I'm so addicted. I play SS13, but I've seen enough of those people to know the type. I've seen a few fatality accidents happen. It's nuts. You truly do play the coolest games. Autobahn. Dank. I think I'm just a mega nerd and I've fallen in love with open source projects in depth. For sure it's the people that will go and cryo seconds after the shift starts if they didn't get an anti roll. It sounds so BM. Ew, Autobahn. They hate that you have no limit because people love being stupid. In most SS13 servers, that shit'll get you antag banned. It's called antag fishing. Oh, for sure, I always help it. Damn, you got sass. You have no idea how much crazy and scary motorcycle accident I was feed as a kid. I did not want to even look at a motorcycle. You already had me at cool games. Quit talking. I think there was a moment where my mom was trying to scare me from thinking motorcycles were cool, because I think it was starting to. I think it was like 6. I was like, motorcycles are so cool, Mom. And she's like, nuh-uh. The only people that have motorcycles are the people that have dead moms. Because their mom would never let them ride a motorcycle. And so, we're like at a stoplight or a stop sign or something. I think a stoplight. And I roll the window down next to this motorcycle guy and I go, is your mom dead? And my mom's just like, oh, fuck, okay, Jesus, kid. And the guy's like, yeah, and I miss her. And then he, like, rode off or something. Dead moms is crazy. You know what I'm talking about? Blooding pouring out of a boot. Motorcycles are cool because they are dangerous. I was also fed a bunch of scary motorcycle accidents. My school would just show uncensored gory pics of motorcycle accidents to a bunch of 12-year-olds. Holy shit, Momland! I had that once, Grian. We got the Red Asphalt treatment, which, for anybody that doesn't know, Red Asphalt is a movie of teenagers that got drunk and crashed on the highway, and it's just their dead bodies. It's literally just like horrific gore, and it's basically to show you this is what can happen to you when you fuck around with cars. And so we got shown that. I would have been like sophomore, junior year of high school. And like I remember everyone around me being like, "Oh god, that's so horrible." And I'm sitting there just like, "You guys didn't know this? This is like, yeah, this is physics, dude." It's traumatizing. Can we fucking ban that school? Oh, Yuki. It's like every American school. It's like the norm. Good to know Ewan started as a bully and just kept going. Bikes and motorcycles are mostly dangerous due to selfish car and truck drivers. Oh, it was, lol. My mom did the same thing, but with campus during college. She did not want me to even think about trying to left the house with campus during college. We should ban all schools. Hi, Global. Yolan, don't pick on Noodle. I don't think I'm picking on Noodle. The worst we get over here is people telling how their addiction to drug was. If I still ride a motorbike daily today, though, I would honestly be okay with a fucking, like, golf cart. If I could get away riding a golf cart to the grocery store, I would. I probably could, just, you know, I'd have to buy one. And since I have access to the cars. But, like, if I lived on my own... Well, okay. Just get a side-by-side. If I lived on my own, I'm getting Uber Eats deliveries. Not like per meal, but like it costs, I think, $20 for an Uber grocery delivery. And so I would just, you know, I would get that. It'd be like $100 a month, but that's cheaper than owning a car. I don't know what a side-by-side is. I'm actually kind of curious of that. If I was rich and on my own, then I'm just gonna have a car. Feed me, mother. Remember, kids, don't go to school and stay in drugs. You only pick up Noodle. It's been 8 months. Just get a side-by-side. You know what's funny? This will never change, because for some reason, car drivers are psychopaths. How about a quad bike? They even have doors so you don't fall out and hit your head. I come back and I see Baldir yelling about me. Good night, Gooberlin. Good night, Elder. Sleep well. First fatality accident I ever saw was an ATV. We had a pizza commercial where the pizza smashed the front door of a car. Got in an accident to get kids to wear a belt. Giving people a car makes them, for some reason, think they are more worth than pedestrian or cyclists. Watched that and watched the guy die. I was like 10. Jesus. Entitlement. When most infrastructure is designed solely around you, people learn to begrudge anyone having anything else. Somehow I don't think it fucked me up. Some things just hit and some things don't. I just wear my helmet a little more often. Yelling.
I think that tactic can like backfire because like you can get traumatized or you can get desensitized to them.
Yeah.
It's kind of a coin flip.
I still see people talking on their phones around here in the big trucks and such. The average American road. Mama, will you help me love my dream of being a traumatic memory for you? Traumatic memory? Global. You've teased me a little bit, but you've shown me real love. Global, I'll have bad days where I'm upset, and you go out of your way to cheer me up. I don't know what you mean, traumatic memory. Well, dear, why is Yolan picking me up? Do you not want me to pick you up? Noodles, are you one of those dogs that, like, I pick you up and you just assume the picking up position, like, yes, hold me under your arm, I like this? Or are you one of those dogs that's just like, I don't understand this, fucking put me down, I'm gonna wiggle, I'm gonna fucking straighten all my arms? Make walkable cities, own roads for everything else, like trucks, because you shouldn't have trucks and cyclists on the same road. all I hear about is cities that are like made for, you know, public transport, you know, bikes and buses and being amazing. And I'm like, I hate the car industry. I hate it so much. Please delete roads from existence. No, we need roads, but I think bus and bike cities are way cooler. Saw a guy in a truck get into a head-on collision with a tour bus. That sounds awful. We can't even have trees on side of the road right now because of how bad American drivers are. You're not wrong. You could not pick me up. Yes, I could. Noodles, do you know how much fucking power is in these legs? I can fucking lift. It's gotta be on my back, right? You know, I couldn't pick you up with my arms, but I could lift you. From afar, the US just looks like a fucked up social experiment for city planning. Oh god, okay. I have been challenged about... Now hold on. Even you tried. I like being picked up just the exact same reason you do, because it means full no, okay. I thought you were gonna say princess carried. Full Nelson, yeah, go boneless. I tried to be a wingman. I'll stop it ASAP. Oh no, not roads. What the fuck are ST roads? Bicycles are literally so fun to ride because you're fast and it's semi-portable. These roads are fucking awful and shouldn't exist. I just didn't know common sense. SOS true. You could not. I mean that too, Princess Carrie too. I could pick you up, Noodles. 100% I could pick you up. Pick me up? I could pick you up, Violet. So true. They don't produce a lot of CO2. Why not design a city around those? Because people like the convenience of a car. You know, when it's raining, you're not really thinking a bicycle is that nice then. You're like, damn, I wish I was in a car. And you know, the automobile industry has just pushed it. I know in Scotland, 10 years ago they were very bike-friendly, bus-friendly. And the auto industry basically got a politician in the prime minister position that was just in their fucking pocket, and she destroyed their public transportation. If you can hear any Scot just fucking hate her for it. Well, you can't. You don't leave your house, and I don't leave mine. Just search a channel called Not Just Bikes, and it's just debugs all of the tomfoolery that's fucked up social experiment for city planning that's American decided to work with. Hi, Snookums. Thank you for the follow. Picked up my uncle once, broke his rib. Oh no. Ewan, I'm literally bite-sized. I'd bite you. ST Road is a thoroughfare that combines the features of streets and roads. Common in the United States and Canada. These roads are wide arterials, as roads are through traffic, and often provide access to strip malls, drive-thrus, and other automobile-oriented businesses as streets do. Is this like the roads in a parking lot? But yes, if I have to drive, I'm driving a tank, because for some reason the only people I trust less than myself is other drivers. Tanks are expensive though, Violet. So 5'3". Strength is for two things. Picking people up and carrying groceries. I'm just carrying people that are not used to it, but likes it. It's so much fun. I'm not used to it. I'd be fucking down with it. I think it'd be easy to princess carry. I'm pretty light. I've never been picked up, so congrats. This road basically puts high-speed, high-density traffic right next to foot traffic areas. Wait, that isn't normal in Europe? Carrying big doggos, too. Not at all. I'd rather pay taxes on my tank than be dead. Strength is also for Princess Carrie femboys. I've had 4 dogs. The first dog and the third dog, they loved being carried. I could pick them up, put them under my arm like a football, and they loved it. They knew exactly how to shift their weight to, like, they would be comfortable be carrying, and they loved being carried. The third one especially, that was like his comfort, was like he's scared, there's a lightning storm going on, he runs to me and just wants to be held. The second dog, a little ankle biter. A Boston Terrier that weighs 20 pounds. You pick him up though, and he just like stretches out. He just like puts his arms and legs out like this. He's like, I don't like this. Put me down. Put me down. He hated being carried. And it was just like, bro, I've taken away all worries in the world right now. I'm cradling you like a baby and you're still freaking out about this. Why don't you like this? And then the fourth dog is a boxer. She's a little big to carry comfortably. So she also doesn't like it. She does the whole like arms go stiff. And she's like, I don't like this. I already said picking people up. You can carry big dogs with your heart. You don't need physical strength. Roads in European towns are almost always single or double lane. That's it. Thanks, I don't understand the negative on the sentence. I feel like I'm silly. You don't get a fucking 6-lane arterial road next to residential or commercial zoning. That sound. I don't know if I've seen that, Kumi. I used to have a massive Leonberger? I have no idea how to say that. Dog who thought she was a lap dog and loved being carried her on top of people. My cat will track me down and only look for uppies. The first dog, he wouldn't like go seeking it out. But if you picked him up, he was like, all right, we're doing this. Might as well be comfy. The third one, that was his comfort. If we had somebody like a contractor doing something in the house, he'd be barking, he'd be freaking out. And I would just go and pick him up and he's chill. Leon Burger? Just a Jill sandwich. The third dog, he was neurotic and he would bark at people. But I pick him up and he's chill. I pick him up and he's like, you're good with them? Okay, I'm good with them. I'll stop barking. That was like one of the only ways we could get him to stop barking. I mean that, no. Roads aren't a thing in Europe. Gotcha, arf, 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 arf. Well, assuming I don't get instantly bonked, Wikipedia image for a strode. Send it to me as a DM, because I'm going to forget to go back and check that. Also, we're at 5.5. I need a drink. Today's Monday. Oh boy, I wonder what exciting stuff I have to do later today. Taxes. Fuck. Damn you, zooming today. There's some days where it just feels like it goes so fast, and there's some days where it's like, we've been talking for like an hour, right? What are we at? 1.3 miles? Oh god. And then there's some days where I'm just having so much fun with the conversation that it's like, holy shit, we're already over 5? I blinked and we did 2 miles. And I'm hesitant to say it's like based on how much fun I'm having. Because, right, you know, time flies fast when you're having fun. But there's sometimes where like, I'm having fun and it still feels slow. Well, you didn't do 10 sets of yapping at the start. I think I did start a little late. I think I did start at like 37. Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck puts 5 lanes through residential or commercial areas? That just sounds fucking wild. There's been lots of convo with chat. I gotta do 9 level 11 dells. 3 level 8 dells. Good lord, Loja. That sounds awful. Wait, you're having fun with us? Baldir, the whole point of streaming my exercise is that you make exercise more fun. Stream for you guys. No. This stream is all about me and making my life better. I exercise, and I stream it, so that you guys show up and talk to me. I wiggle my butt and be weird and entertaining to entice you guys to come here, so that you make my workout better. It is a you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Because I'm bad at sticking to an exercise routine. But if you guys are here, I look forward to exercising. Fun with you, and I'm not getting paid enough for this. Oh my goodness, but you think I'm here for butt? I think some people are. I didn't say only butt. Jake Moore. Oh my god. We need jiggle physics. Well, we really need a jiggly butt so that with every step it, you know, bounces a little. That's what I really need. Neither of my dogs like being picked up, really. Lola's always been a bit big as a black lab to be comfy, happy being held. Noifa like being free to move. Be a wiggle streamer already. Butland confirmed. And what is so wrong about that, huh? It's a nice one. I'm here for yaps. After seeing Dory walk, yes, we need butt bones. Time to start a jiggle fund. Media is the one that makes me want a fucking bouncy butt the most. When she walks, I'm like, God, my butt is fucking boring compared to that. We don't need a fund for it. What I need to do is just... I need to grab Oku. I need to say, I need model work. I'm done being stupid and thinking that, you know, you're going to not like me as a friend because I only use you for model work. Please do model work with me. And Oku will just be like, okay. And because he enjoys doing model work with me. And like, we do plenty of other things. Not like I only talk to him when I need model stuff. I don't know. I get stupid with it. Oku is so cool. Oku is actually so cool. Actually don't, that'd make me a little suspicious awkward. The way my morning sucks less, because normally no one is awake and I just rot till 2 p.m. So today, right, after taxes, right? If I finish taxes early, maybe. I can play games with Oku Nerd. I do! What did we play recently? I've been trying to get him to play Path of Exile, but he has not been filling it. So I've been watching him play Yakuza on his Discord. I used to help Oku with some model stuff, and now he makes hotter models than me. I wouldn't say hotter. I think both of you are just like, God damn! On the previous subject, my dogs really hate being picked up. They think it's a punishment. Brainworms? Yeah, I get brainworms as well. Violet. Brainworms refers to negative emotions and thoughts in your head. So like a good brainworm, or I guess a bad brainworm, is I shouldn't go to the party because I'm weird. Nobody wants to see me there anyway. I'm such a loser. I would just make it worse by going to the party, so I'm not going to go. Meanwhile, the reality is everybody at that party is like, oh, Yulin didn't show up. We would have really liked to see them. Right? That is a negative brainworm. It's just a bug that's running around in your head, has no reason being there. It's just dumb. But it's just a negative emotion or thought you're stuck on. Chat, how does one explain brainworms to Violet? Me staring at both of you. I didn't know how to feel about my cow at first, but I think I cooked. I get so many compliments on it. I think they're fantastic. Unexplained brainworms hit me with AoE and damage over time. Intrusive negative thoughts is how I would explain it. It's like a bug that's just burrowed in there and entrenched and hard to get rid of. You really have to just like force yourself past it. Because it's just stuck. It's not something that like goes away easily. But it's a negative thought, and it's dumb. It's usually illogical and nonsensical. And it's just the better you get at recognizing them, the better you get at mental health and taking care of yourself, because brainworms can just ruin you. Why do you think I join on weekends now? Brainworms are actually fixed by one simple trick. If there's a simple trick to cure them, fucking tell me. Weekend gang. Worst part is my brainworms have been proven correct a few times. I don't think that's proven correct. I think that's just maybe people were shitty. Get over yourself? Yeah, basically. If you know something is gonna be fun and you should do it, but you find excuses to not do it, Get over yourself. Just go do it. Oh no, it was proven. That's not brainworms, that's just reading a situation correctly. I, like, didn't want to say that, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Who is hoping lobotomy? Could that have been confirmation bias? Which means you're smarter than you gave yourself credit for. Boiling? Lobotomy. Oh, my legs wobble a little. Maybe, but still shrug. It definitely feels fucking awful to be in the situation of, like, oh, I shouldn't go do this thing. The people there won't like me. You know what? That's brainworms. I should go. I should force myself because nobody's like that. They'll like me. And then you go there and somebody goes, why did you show up? Right? That situation is super fucking shitty. And the person that would say that is a fucking asshole for that. If somebody had to, like, force themselves to go somewhere, they're pushing themselves out of their comfort zone, and you know they're, like, kind of vulnerable like that, and you play on that, that's so nasty. I'll wobble your legs, Elon. Oh my goodness. When you tell someone you've got a brainworm and they actively do the thing, yeah, that's just a nasty person. Even when I know something bad will happen, all my friends do hate me, but they're stuck with me because they love me too. How do I word this? Ants, I feel like you're one of the most loved people. Because, like, well, you are an asshole. You do the shit that, like, people don't want to do. You're the one that will say the thing that everyone else was afraid to. And they're like, oh yay, somebody said it and it wasn't me. You're the one that essentially takes care of everyone by doing the stuff that you know these little wimps don't want to do and are not going to do. Oh, please don't say that, Ewan. I can feel my brainworms creeping. Yeah, I fucking love ants. Even if no one will believe me. Hi, Siri. I'm somebody that, like, I can be hard to push to do what needs to be done. I am often fucking lazy and I don't what needs to do. And the people like ants that do that shit is just like, oh, this is such a fucking comfy person to me. I'm a friend that will claw into your flesh and drag you out of your bullshit. Yeah? Hello, Ewan. I hope you are having an awesome day down. Also, if no one has told you this day, I love you. Thank you. It's been good. It's been good. It's Monday, and I'm not looking forward to after stream. I'm not looking forward to calling the IRS, but gotta be done. The walk itself has been great, and brainworms isn't comfortable. But I think having worm brains is even worse. I can't get out of the hole, but I can boost others out. Oh, you have to call them also? So here's my problem, Siri. I filed my taxes, and the IRS is like, you gave the wrong adjusted gross income for 2023. Fix that number and send them in again. And I'm like, what do you mean I gave the wrong AGI? I literally have a form from the IRS that says it's 686. So I mail that in, or I e-file that, and they're like, yeah, no, it's still wrong, buddy. And it's like, I have a form from you that tells me exactly what it is. So I'm gonna have to call them. I'm gonna have to call them and be like, tell me my AGI, because your thing is wrong that you sent me. Would you still love me if I was a brainworm? Ooh, see, a worm is easy to say yes to. Would you still love me if I was a worm? Because then it's like, yes, I could get you the nicest terrarium. I'd put fucking a TV right in front of it. that goes through a lot of anime. I'd get you a little like yes or no button so you could tell me what you want. Right, it's I'd still love you if you're a worm. If you're a brain worm that has to live in my brain and like literally give me a negative feeling, ooh, that's a tough one. If it's you, Ants, yes. It's a very important and cherished type of friend to have. Mellow, hi, Elin. My criminal bunny cake. Hi, Riddle. So that's why you're so tall. Hi, Violet. Pat. Hi, Noodleball. That's what I'm going through? Dude, I hate it. What is an AGI? Adjusted Gross Income. Isn't that so cool, though? We know the correct numbers, but we're not going to tell you. And we'll punish you if you get it incorrect. I haven't had a tax guy do my taxes. Do worms even have eyes to watch anime with? I don't know. Lou, hi, Riddle, brainworming. AGI is adjusted gross income. Hi, Kimi, hi, Lego. Yeah, the AGI is the adjusted gross income. So if you earned, I think in my case it was like $730 in 2023. And then it was like some of it got taxed and whatnot, so the adjusted number was 686. That's so weird. Hi, Yuli, Riddle, Bio, Kyle. We're at 6 miles. And we don't have much left. I think we have like 10 minutes. Also, damn, I feel special. Sorry I walked away but could hear them now. Ants. If you are with me as a brainworm, do you get to grow like really big and then we can be like that one zombie girl from Skullgirls? Where like I'm cute and in the dress and you're just popping out of the head with the fucking... Do we get to do that? Because, you know, then it's like, oh, fucking hell yeah. That sounds fucking rad. But what if I'm broke next year, but I made a lot of money the previous year? I don't even know why they need last year's AGI. That's basically what I am. Nuh-uh, go for longer, because today is Monday. Fuck you, Ty. Hi, Ty. Ty keeps sending me Logiocracy memes. With like a... Logiocracy in the forest. Either working toward the femboy Mizu or the BBW Uthdu. Riddle, yippee, 6 miles, high valor. Basically what I am. You mean lollipop chainsaw? Huh? I don't think I meant... If you, that's at me, Noodles, no. I'm talking Skullgirls. Most of Europe have never had to file taxes, unless they own a business. EGI. Incremental gab illegally. You only just want a living dildo? Hold on. You wear the cute dresses and I do a tax for you? Hell yeah. Hi, Kumi, hi, nudes. Hi, Riddle. And again, that's not a shit on the US. It just seems so silly that they work out the tax you should owe, and rather than tell you, they quiz you on it every year. That's just the system we built. And we've got a whole industry of filing your taxes for you that we can't just get rid of. That'll put so many people out of a job. Squiggly, by the way, is neighbor. Yeah. Hi, Daddy. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Ants. Squiggly and Leviathan. Hi, Riddle. That one felt weird. That one felt odd to be like, hi, Daddy. That's the one that if my parents were like here at the house, they'd hear that and they'd be like, what the hell? Ah. 1204? The civilian is criminal till proving innocent. Hi, Jan. Oh, you've been here for a little bit. And sounded weird, I stopped for a moment. Skullgirls had such a nice art style for a fighting game. have hot water again. Hell yeah. Dad, I want to be called Daddy. I don't think my dad wants to be called Daddy. Skullgirls was rad. I think they started getting weird with, like, the DLC and stuff that they were offering. I don't remember. It's been so long. I know their owners just started getting, or, like, the guy who created Skullgirls started being real weird. I think he had a few bad takes on stuff that people were like, yep, abort. Everyone should stop paying taxes. They can't get us all. Well, it's funny you mention that, Violet, because that's actually the plan for a lot of people this year. Because Doge has fired a lot of people, a lot of the IRS, a lot of people are like, they don't have the staff to correctly, you know, track taxes. So why would I pay taxes? They're just going to lose track of it all anyway. I am not suggesting this. Maybe when Yuli was toddler, he wanted it. 200k points. I can't find the Mike Z quote, but it was so funny. He was like complimenting a girl's brain. It's so cringe. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, God. Hi. Dude, it's out of his skull. I'm not American. I actually think paying taxes is patriotic. A lot of people pay taxes, or not pay taxes. A lot of people think patriotism is like hot dogs and wearing red, white, and blue shirts and having a flag on your front yard. I'm like, that doesn't do anything. The concept of taxes is the betterment of your community. Now, whether our tax dollars are actually being used for that, you know, is a whole other argument. But my responsibility as a citizen, I see, is paying taxes and bettering the community by being a good person and taking care of others. To me, that's patriotism. If taxes are being misused, then we should be voting out the people misusing them, voting in people to fix them. Now, yeah. A lot of people will disagree with me. A lot of people just hate taxes. Better than just being called dad. If you owe us money and don't file correctly, go a big fine. If we owe you money and you don't claim it, we keep it. I don't mind if they use my tax money to fix it, but damn, they just abuse it. Isn't patriotism like helping, being proud of your country? Yes. Which I see taxes as a big contributor to that. But what most people see patriotism here in the States is hot dogs. And red, white, and blue shirts. And then, yep, that's patriotism. But Yulin, political sentence here that would get me hated by the majority of the US. Yolandia. Vote them out. No, just take everything of that people. Let it be homeless for 4 years. At Coachella, I forget which band it was, but one band said they wanted an army of Luigi Mangiones, and which was like, oh shit, I don't know if you could say that. How can eating hot dogs be patriotic? Oh well. I couldn't tell you. And saluting flags in school, throw them out a window. Oh, like Russia does. You can say socialized medicine. Someone's never had a good hot dog. Okay, a little based, because, you know, a good hot dog is pretty amazing. But I don't think that betters the community, damn it. I used to eat hot dogs all the time. I used to eat a lot of Top Ramen and hot dogs when I lived on my own. But I was getting hypertension headaches. Like, if I laughed too much, I'd start feeling it in the back of my head. And I was like, oh man, I'm getting headaches like this. I should look this up. And I looked up, you know, type of headaches, hypertension headache. Okay, so if it's in the back, it's hypertension. Where does that come from? Blood pressure is too high. You gotta stop eating salt. You gotta cut out a lot of salt of your diet. And when I went through my food, I realized just how much salt was in Top Ramen and in hot dogs. I was like, oh, shit. Socialized medicine, cue me. My limit is 2, double dogging. I got true. You know what happened here in the past? A banging hot dog at a baseball game is the most patriotic thing you can do as a normal citizen. Oh my god. But we were under a dictatorship. If it's a joke, you don't need to explain it. I'm just a little silly. Ah. Ah, we're right there. I can see the end. It's literally just up this hill. Ah, we're at 6.4. I think it's still gonna say 6.4 at the end. We got the Nintendo number. Ah. We're right there. We're right there. Ah. Also, your monthly sodium and bad fat intake. Hi, air taxes cover medicine for everyone, rather than private insurance. Those aren't real numbers. Decilis. Damn, I love sodium. Bring the Skyward Sword music back. We're done. 6.451. Ugh. Ugh. Ah. 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 At my fittest, I eat so much sodium. I have the issue of my sodium drops constantly. The only quick question. If someone would ask you if you would buy Mario Kart for $110 for them, how much is a person needing to be worth for you for that to happen? There's no amount of, like, measurable worth. There's no, like, they need this exact level. It would be a per person. It would be a context thing. And quite frankly, someone asking me for that is immediately, like, a no. I could see, like, somebody really being into it and not asking for it, then me being like, okay, I'm going to, you know, I might buy this for them. Which, when I had my job, was a lot more likely. Now that I don't have my tech systems job, I'm like, ooh, we're trying to, you know, get to the age of 60 without having more income. If someone asks me, Yuki, that is an immediately, like, I don't like this. I don't like that you're testing my love. I don't like that you're specifically, I don't like that you're trying to use me for this. And I'm very uncomfortable with that. There's a few people that, of the people that I love enough that I would buy it for them, most of them have more money than me and could afford it themselves. A few of them that I love very dearly that wouldn't have the money, it's tricky. It's tricky. If they came to me like, I don't want you to feel like I'm using you, I really want this thing. I don't know how I'll make it up to you, but I know you have the money and I don't. I could be convinced. Oh, I was confused. Probably because I'm on mobile and wasn't sure which conversation it was a reply to. But yes, please socialize medicine, you twats. It's obviously good for you. Today I eat bacon. My mom didn't want to give me coffee because your headache will get worse. Good job, Muffin. Thank you, Mixie. So she gave me things plant leaf to lower it. Yo, Skyward Sword. Yeah, Leon. We're in the Skyward Sword. What was this place called? Skyloft. You take their keys and flush it down toilet paper. Looks at you with little puppy dog eyes, Riddle. Is it in response to your political opinion that makes the US hate me? Pat, Muffin, you sound like Gauther from Seven Deadly Sins. I don't think I do. Beats my little eyelashes at you. Hi, Jan. Hi, Cairo, the best snow bunny. Right, and I just thought it was in response to the more recent messages. Hi, Riddle. Twitch servers requested us to reconnect. Reconnecting. I missed a lot of messages. If you love me, you'll get me a piece of the sun. Piece of the sun. Based emote combination. If you love me, give me a ban. No, I don't think that's how that works. I want to keep the bunny ears, so I'm gonna stay in this outfit today. I still need to go off camera to change trackers, though, but I'm not gonna do the pajamas. You'll love me. He'd give me uppies. Kumi, that's bullshit, okay? You know that's a fucking impossible ask. You're a fucking 10-foot tall kitsune tar. I literally can't.
Minnow fox. But yes.
He just bragged he can pick me up, chat. Yeah, have you seen Kumi's avatar?
Noodles, comparing you to Kumi is like comparing a mouse to an elephant.
Oh, I forgot the thing. Best.
Noodles, you would remember Kumi if you met them.
Okay.
And Kumi is extremely lovely.
He just bragged he could pick me up. Look at this back pedal. No, banned me for in front of the camera. Lies. No, I haven't met Kumi, I think. Kumi, I bet you're lovely. Hang on. Oh, I usually take this off too.
To pick up Kumi, Poland would need
It's
size
fine.
bigger
It's fine. Kumi want uppies. You don't leave a girl hanging like that. I physically cannot give them uppies, okay? I physically cannot. Change the title. 6.4 and update the lurk streams. And close this tab. 6.4 miles. Now we rest. Done. Then I come over here. This one is no longer live. This one is no longer live. And this one is rated to one that I just opened. Okay. That was weird. Then you can't pick me up double standards? No. I can pick up somebody that's your weight. Kumi is like
Oh god.
you're about to see. They're literally 10 feet tall. Hi, Jewel. Bunny suit when? I have to fix other stuff. Like, I need to fix this outfit first. The shorts are way outdated. The shorts are like from 2019, and I have newer shorts to do. I'll stay in bunny. You in 5 seconds later. I
literally see them approaching.
I recalibrated so the bunny came off, and I forgot. Elon, can you be any less gay? Hi, fool. Yes. No? Yeah, look at this, Noodles. Look at this. Yumi, come stand next to me. Like, in line with me. It's not happening, Noodles. No, you can do that. Fuck you.
And
Nealand,
this is the size I usually.
Nealand, I'm getting a bit too into horse race tests. If it ain't double standards, it's physics. Baldur's joke is fun though. I can't wait to run this into the ground. Bunny suit wind. Eventually. The cute Full Metal. Hi. Pick us up, Couther. You still look good. Shorts from 2019. Disgusting. How gosh. Now you can do that. Time to make you a strength potion. Just try a bit harder. Won't even give me ups. That's not fair. Yulin, when I put the pickup prefab on his model, I'm the size of their foot. That's an easy uppies. Yulin is lady. I've seen that exactly once. Okay. Alright. I'm fucking setting down a portal.
Shiro, I'd say you're more the size of their thigh, not their.
Where are we going?
Ah, sorry, I get it.
Where's somewhere we could go? We haven't been here in a long time. Nope, 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 not that one. Friends. What, friends? Portal. Size of their foot. That's easy. Uppies, Ewan's lazy. Doing that exactly once. Someone added Uppies bones to their model. Hi. Oku accidentally putting dynamic bones on his lower legs is one of the funniest things I've seen in VR chat. Ants, I need to show you what I did with bones at one point. When I was working on the leash, I tried adding a world drop bone to the handle of the leash. What I ended up doing was adding a world drop bone to like the core of like my armature. So like literally the everything was a world drop. And what happened was I opened my menu and the preview of the model just starts spinning in the menu and it was like, what the fuck? Unable to load video.
Uh-oh.
Easy fix, it's fine. Just means I gotta come over here. Go to Yotob. And oh, that's a little loud. That could it could actually be a little louder. That's probably fine. I need you over here, Kumi. In here. You could sit against that window right there. And then I'm gonna get one last drink. Oh. Move that there. That there. It's actually kind of funny, like and then open this up. We forgot to do holidays when Icy Fire was here. Oh no.
No.
It's fine, it's fine. The portal closed before I could walk into it. You can still just join, right? Also, how far did you walk today, Juice? What was your distance? Muffin, put some socks on. You're gonna end up with cuts on your feet. No, my feet are strong after all the walking. Okay, gonna head out. Bye, Ants. Thank you for hanging out. Hi, Juice. Steffi's holy. Bye. I don't know. You didn't. It's crazy to me when people don't check how far they walk, because that's like the most interesting thing to me. I gotta have a number to it. Nice sun you got there, Yuli. Sun cover. Where did Yulin go? I'm outside the field of vision. No. It's Juicy. Hi, Juice. Well, Icy Fire won't catch these, but let's check the holidays. Whoa! Okay. Holidays starts out fucking strong. Cake and Cunnilingus Day. Children with Alopecia Day. Dreams of Reason Feast Day. Ex-Spouse Day. Holy Monday. International Laverbread Day. International Moment of Laughter Day. Look Up at the Sky Day. National Dolphin Day. National Grits Day. National Pecan Day. Pan American Day. Pathologist Assistance Day. Reach as High as You Can Day. I mean, Cake and Cunnilingus Day? Cake and Congalala what? Cunnilingus. Took out Elin. Look out, Elin, the roof is collapsing on you. Do we bring out the cake hypothetical for this one?
No.
No. Absolutely not. And then, my stories today. There was a WoW story I didn't talk about. We talked about the marathon trailer. Talked about $70 for fucking groceries. I bought a lot of one-time purchases. There was alcohol, floss picks, and body wash that was like, not an every week thing. Talked about how I fucking suck at PoE 2. I got Cutwater mango margaritas. And then talked about what to do for the next Minecraft video. I'm thinking Jungle, Mesa, Dripstone Caves. I'm thinking Mesa because 2 people said that one. The one thing I didn't talk about, and Logitech will probably find this the most interesting. There was a guy who, he's been playing World of Warcraft for a large portion of his life. And he's had a dream that one day his son will play World of Warcraft with him. And so his son turns 13, and he's like, oh my god, everything's aligning. My wife is out on a vacation for a week. It's me and my son. He's off of school for a week. This is the perfect week to get him a World of Warcraft account and have him play with me and level together. This will be awesome. And so he gets his son an account, pays for a month, gives his son a bunch of, stuff like bags and heirloom gear. And his son gets banned. Just permanently banned. And he's like, fucking what? And there's no reason. There's no appeal. It's just, yep, you're banned. And so he goes to the Reddit and he's like, guys, why did this happen? Why did my son get banned? And people are like, did you give him gold? Because what's going to happen is they have auto detection of stuff and they're going to see an account that's 5 minutes old and then it was given, 10,000 gold or whatever. And your son's going to get banned for real money trading. Because it looks real obvious, like a whole, gold selling, moving gold around thing. So, did that happen? And the guy's like, what do I do? And they're just like, we don't fucking know. I guess call customer support, but, I don't even know if they have a line anymore. The dude kind of just might be fucked. And, his son, he might be able to, make a new account, put a month on that, and then just not give it anything, but, oof. Cake and Cunnilingus Day. I think is a direct response to the Boomer Gen X joke of renaming Valentine's Day as Steak and Blowjob Day. What? Hi. That sounds about right. Oh, Cake and Cunnilingus Day. I searched what it means. Yeah, Alu. Don't have any customer support anymore. Blizzard has automated a lot of their systems. They have made it so that I don't know how much fucking game managers they have anymore, or game masters. I think they've tried to automate everything. They just changed their gold transferring policies too, mainly in Classic. Yeah. People were bringing that up a lot, Logitech. People were like, they just changed their new stuff, but people were like, this was specifically about classic moving stuff around. Whereas I think this happened on Season of Discovery. I think the guy wanted to get his son into Season of Discovery, and then if he liked it, try retail. But it yeah, his son got banned, and the week was ruined. Yuki Awa. Trogdor was saying something earlier that now has me a little worried and wanting to check something. No customer support is a nice way to say no refunds and FU players. Yeah. I got blocked by the VRChat anti-cheat? Is this in the past or like just now? Because I'm really hoping that wasn't just now. Right now? What the?
What the fuck?
Okay. So fucking Trogdor mentioned throne stuff earlier, so now I'm like looking at it. We have a bunch of anonymous suggestions by I wonder who. Zatarain's enriched parboiled long grain rice, 10 pounds! Oh my god. BDSM door sex toys sex swing bondage slave leather. Okay. What? Maydoma 1,500 pounds 6-in-1 weight bench set with leg extension. I already have one of these in the house. Obstacore adjustable weight bench with leg extension and leg lift. Oh my goodness. And then Maruchan ramen chicken instant ramen noodles. And what is this? Trulson Miami Men's Cumid Link Chain silver and gold plated bling. Is that a fucking Gengar? Oh my goodness. I will eat your cake and click. Okay. Oh shit, I'm traveling too rapidly. As someone who doesn't use VRChat, why do they need anti-cheat? How do you cheat at VRChat? Hi, Nom. The reason they need anti-cheat is because people will use hacked clients to troll others. There's not like a game, there's not a rank system, but there's a lot of invasive and privacy things that have been problems with VRChat in the past. Namely, there have been ways to copy people's avatars. So you could like select somebody and then just download their avatar with a certain modified client. And this is a big deal to a lot of people. If you're someone who uses, just public avatars, it's like whatever. There's ways to share avatars. But like most of the people here, I'm not sure about Kiyomi and Shiro. But like Kyle, this is an avatar that he has painstakingly made over years. This one that Kumi has behind me, she has commissioned that as well over years. Mine's a commission, and I've also worked on it a bit myself. And if somebody stole this, it'd be very upsetting. It's kind of like stealing someone's identity or signature. And so easy anti-cheat makes it a lot harder for people to have tools that can just yoink and steal someone's avatar. There's still ways to do it, but it makes it a lot harder. There's also a few other things. It makes it more difficult to crash people. You would have to have it on the avatar side instead of your client. And VRChat is trying to weed out a lot of those avatars. There's also just a few like stalking tools that people use. So like, let's say let's say I want to know where Lolathon is. I'm just obsessed with Lolathon. He's such a cool streamer, and I love him so much, and I want to meet him. Well, I send him a friend request, and he's gonna be like, I don't know who this is, reject it, right? Because he probably gets a lot of people just sending him random friend requests. if I had a modified client that would exist without the easy anti-cheat, I could just search him, add myself to his friends list, join him. Like, there's a lot of things that you could do with just hacking stuff like that. That's they want to prevent. It's a social game, but think about people running amok on Facebook, where it's like, oh, this person's toxic and I don't like them, I'm going to block them. But they're basically just hacking the system and adding you to their friends list, getting all your personal information. It's very much like easy anti-cheat. People don't really like it, but at the same time, it does a little bit of good and prevents some horrible shit. I think specifically people don't like the easy anti-cheat specifically, not so much the that there is an anti-cheat thing, but it's the EAC one they don't like. Slave leather. Isn't going to use exercise equipment, only squats. Hi, Nom Diplom. Nom, I ran into a client user a few days ago. My game has crashed because of that before. No idea why. OC no Stel. Same as locks. It keeps honest people honest. I haven't worked on any avatars personally, but I bought a couple avatars. Most people that might use a modded client are too lazy to go through the extra hoops to do so in a way that obviates the anti-cheat. Obviate? I feel like that's a typo or a word I just don't know. I can't join? What is it? What is it telling? What happens if I invite you, Juice? Juice. Can't invite to this instance. User is in a private instance. What?
What? What the fuck?
Interstellar. New instance. Friends. Create instance. Drop portal. Yeah. Alright, everybody. Same spot. Ugh. Auto-adding someone to friends list wasn't a thing done? I'd heard of it. There was... So Full used, he's used modded clients before, but he used them for good things, like having a bigger world favorites list and teleporting to friends. But there was some, real nasty things people did with, modded clients in the past that, like, yeah, it was just outright stalking tools. Okay. Can Juice join now? I still can't send an invite, but maybe you can join because this is a new instance. Am I floating or? Yeah, this works. I can't join, makes it hard to Buick and Buick. Auto-adding someone. A lot of the initial upset was because it made a lot of accessibility mods not work, but they've been adding a lot of accessibility to the base game. Obviate to counteract bypass. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people were... Yeah, I'd forgotten about that people were very upset with, there was a lot of accessibility stuff. The sign language community, they used modded stuff to, like, talk to people and stuff. It made it so that they literally could do the hand gestures to talk to people. And they basically lost that. And it was like, well, what do we do now? And they were very quick to add that one back. You deadass used to be able to just force your way into lobbies at any time. Cairo actually deals with somebody that I think still does that. It's a real piece of shit that people just try to ignore. They have made it a lot harder for people to do stuff like that. Another reason they put it in the game is a lot of the money that supports VRC comes from investors. Never heard that before. Juice will juice you all. You did ass. Okay, the third restart is working. Nice jam. Is it from the world? No, this is a YouTube live stream I found. People took a stand that it was the claim of accessibility issues, but at the end of the day, it was a bunch of script kiddies upset that they couldn't use their mods anymore. Kiddies use voice to text, lol. Yeah, 100%. I don't want to go too hard on that, Cairo. Because there was a lot of people that, you know, they were using modded clients for, you know, wholesome things. They were not misusing them. And it sucked. It was frustrating to lose that stuff. It was just one of those things of like, I wish we could allow this, but, you know, we can't have nice things because other people are abusing them. A lot of people, they did say, you know, you're killing the accessibility things. And that's like a real hard arguing point, right? When you say you're making this harder, how do you fucking argue with that when it's like, well, do you share the track you found? It is a YouTube stream called, what the hell? Fluviophile Lo-Fi. Right now it is Cozy Japanese Ramen Shop in the Rain. Oh, that is the music that is playing. AC complaints on 2025 are basically entirely unfounded. I thought it was good. I still think it's good. I definitely recognize it had some growing pains. I hate mobile Twitch. There's some things that, you know, that sucks. People use modded clients to have a bigger follow list for worlds. And now that's behind VRChat Plus, right? And it's like, oh, that's shitty to have that and then lose it and then take steps to make sure you can't do that without paying. It's a business. At the end of the day, they gotta make money and you're using their program. So that's how it is. It sucks. It sucks to have something and then a company be like, nope, you gotta pay for it. Your options are pay for it or stop using it. You know, that feels real bad, but business is business. Bills are bills. What was I going to say? I totally forgot. Had something on my mind. I totally forgot. Dude, this hand has been like fucking right here when I hold it, it just loses and just fucking does this. And I'm like, why? It's so clearly in view of both base stations. Oh well. Nap today. It's Monday. I'm gonna nap, then do taxes. Now's probably a good time to go somewhere. Where do we go? Oh. I do see a good target. But, there's other people that it's been a while. I have something on my mind. That's my chest healing. Kimmy, I did kind of like it when you were bigger. And they were, like, over my head. That was very amusing to me. That's why you need a brainworm. It will help you remind stuff. You don't need to switch now. We're, like, literally heading out. There's a lot of guitar. God, everybody's fucking coming back. On a fucking Monday. Oh. Hi, honey. Thank you. 20 months. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking about it, Noodles. I'm thinking about it. I see you there, but I'm like, I think I did raid you recently. And I'm seeing a few people that, you know, I don't know the last time I raided them. And so I'm like, ooh, which do I choose? Which do I choose? Good. let's see what this one is doing. I can go now. I'm safe. Thanks you for the stream and chat. Take care, lovelies. God bless you all. There's this one. There's this one. What is happening in this fucking stream? And then there is this one. Kind of thinking this one playing Repo. Yeah, we'll do the Repo one. Much love, everyone. Remember, you're all cherished and loved. I'm safe. You're safe today, Noodles. You're safe today. Oh, I stood up and my legs are like, blah. Where's the one thing? Here it is. Behavior, follow pitch, look at me. We're in the dome. Okay. We're gonna go to Puck. They're playing Repo with Radiant Soul. I never got my uppies and now Noodles is gone. Flash raid. Fuck. Yeah, they are. Thanks for the stream, you. Hi, Pixel. Get on for nap. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. We did 6.4 miles. I gotta pay taxes today. Tomorrow is Tails. Oh, speaking of Tails games, and well, I guess less so Tails and more controller games. I got the controller. I got the controller from Throne. It's really nice. I have a working right bumper again. What the fuck? That's the one. Bye, Yuli and friends. I see Pixel High. Yeah, I think that's it. I love you. Bye. Bye, mating press lord. We're just on the way out. Bye.
So what'll happen is Soul will be thinking